Hello, everyone. It's us.
Yo.
We're back.
Hey.
Thank you again for joining us again for session 4 of Shadows of Rage over Blackwater. Shadows in the Flock, session 4. Thank you very much. I'm Commodore Zed, your storyteller. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. To my right is Haggard Hessian playing Orion Long. I pass it off to him.
Hi.
Sorry. Slowing it down, I like it.
Yes, really slowing it down.
We're slowing it down.
Yo, what up? Asmodeus is taking over for me this evening.
Fantastic. He's in character already. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blow Haggard Hessian, and please introduce yourself. That'd be you, Wildwood.
Hi.
He's got us muted again.
Hey,
no, never mind.
Last time you went in the other direction, I was just expecting. I'm Team Wildwood, part of Team Wildwood, the part that's here playing Song of Ashes, and I'm a variety retro streamer, mostly retro streamer. But Song of Ashes, I am a professional, becoming a professional musician, singer, rock artist.
My name's Elwin Bell. I'm Nerdwire Plays. Do a whole lot of Nintendo streaming. Do a whole lot of retro streaming with these guys. And now a newly converted TTRPG streamer. So it's a good time. But I'll be playing Elwin Bell for you guys tonight. Our Theurge, child of Gaia, man with convictions, dude from the south, drifter like no grifter. And then my friend over here, it's him. Who are you?
It's him.
Oh, I'm Wildcord, the drummer of the band that Song of Ashes is the lead singer for.
Yeah, how'd I get jammed in between the bandmates?
Groupie.
We had to teach you how to rock,
It's fair.
and you're still not ready. Anyway, yeah, Wildcord is been doing a little bit of practicing his backup singing, and he's hoping to rock out some more with the band. But let's see how tonight goes.
You're being told Wildwood
Yep.
coming through, quiet, nerd, and toasty.
How's that? Is that better? I've just increased the game.
Checkity check, 1, 2. Thank you, Dom.
2, 3, check.
The Dominator. Hello, Dom. I'm talking.
You can Dom retro me anytime.
That is better. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for the heads up. I didn't have it turned up just enough. All right, and to Toasty's left.
I'm Pete and Repeat. I'm playing Orin Dustwalker. I'm becoming more and more paranoid as everything goes on, and all of these freaks are in my house drawing way too much attention to me, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's getting worse. And everything is wrong, and everyone's in on it.
I'm the calmest one here, and I just eviscerated a bunch of dudes.
He split a motherfucker in twain, and he didn't do it right because he didn't beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Now that we got introductions out of the way, just a quick recap of some of the events that happened last game. The group met at the bar. They played a scene. They played a great show until Song of Ashes lost control for just a second and shape-shifted in front of everyone, howled and shape-shifted back, causing a delirium lunacy effect, causing everyone to run out, which the pack used as a very good cover to kidnap Jerry Falk. Unfortunately, that interesting situation was caught on camera on cell phone footage and hit the internet and went viral. Fortunately enough, people have gotten over it by Wednesday, and they're considering it bad CGI. But it has caused a stir in Lake Blackwater. There are now people selling shirts about the werewolf of Lake Blackwater. There's no longer popular politician signs and popular politician shirts. It's now all about the monster of Lake Blackwater. No one's calling Song of Ashes out because no one can actually remember what happened. But I just want to put that out there. There's a lot during the week. Everyone would have noticed. There's a lot more people, a lot more tourists in the area. They're here to see this so-called monster. No one has had a sighting since, but people are out and about. All right. A couple other things that they did is like I said, they kidnapped Jerry Falk, the CEO of Midnight Timberworks. They had an interesting scene with him where he ended up unfortunately dead. And then where they were next?
Not our fault. Not our fault.
No. They were next ambushed, sort of, by a group of private military contractors where Orion Long eviscerated many of them single-handedly, like a champ. It was a great scene. Unfortunately, the van had to be destroyed, as did the vehicle that they commandeered. We're picking up a week later. Everyone who's wanted to do downtime actions has sent me downtime actions. We're going to be starting tonight at the cairn of the Forgotten Heroes. You know what I'm talking about. The island cairn, the Civil War, the Revolutionary War fortress. Mother Winterfang has called everyone there, except Morwen. As she has told you, Morwen is being sent, has something she has to do personally, and she'll be back with us shortly. But you're all being summoned back to the cairn. All right.
I believe it was an 8-ball of crack, but
Something important.
You're terrible, Toasty. You're terrible. Okay. So, you're heading back to the cairn, I take it, correct?
yep.
All right, as when you get to Mother, not Mother Winterfang's, but the mansion Mother Winterfang had been staying at before. It's the exact same mansion on the lake. Exact same boat is waiting for you. She's not there. She's already on the island, but there's a boat waiting for you, and there's someone in the boat. It's just a squirrely-looking dude dressed in a sweater, a heavy coat, heavy pants, boots, and a hat. Come on in. She's waiting for you.
Well, it's with Mother Winterfang, so, you know, it's got to be safe. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go ahead and hop in.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, obviously, if anybody's going to do anything, it's Pete or Oren.
Oren, are you good? I look and I turn and I can see Oren's kind of a little bit hesitant to get onto the boat.
Who are you?
Oh,
Not this again. Come on, man. Just get in the boat.
my name's Carl. I work for Serafina. Oh, Winterfang. I work for Winterfang.
I make sure I sit behind him.
Oh, it's kind of hard because he's at the.
You just in the water.
Yeah, I know you'd be in the water.
Wait,
but
is it a little dinghy boat or is it a mansion boat?
it's a dinghy boat. It's not a mansion boat.
Back motor,
It's just-
back
it's
motor
big-
boat.
The motor's in the back of the boat.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a-
I'm just
yeah.
gonna face
You'd be
him.
sitting on the motor.
So
that
you
would
sit
be a
on
little
motor,
tight.
you mount
I'll make
motor,
sure I
and you
face-
grab hold of
It's
his
like-
hips.
All right. So he takes you across to the. So as you gather, as you step into the canoe, the world seems to grow quiet. The only sound is the soft lapping of water against the boat. Shadows flicker along the shore, and every now and then a pale figure stands at the edge watching you pass. Their faces are obscured, but their eyes seem to glow faintly, piercing the darkness. The fog swirls as if alive, forming shapes that vanish as soon as you try to look. You get a sense that the spirits on the shore is watching your passage as you're on your way. You're definitely being watched, but it's not an unnerving watching. It's something that's interested in you, that's watching you.
As we're going, I'm gonna turn it on. The sight. Yeah. Not the penumbral senses. Outside from beyond.
Penumbral senses? So you're looking in you're going to look in the Umbra, correct?
Yes.
All right, roll it. Yeah,
I can
difficulty
toss
two.
This has gone well.
I got the number of senses as well.
Four. Holy crap. A lot.
It's only difficulty 2, so if you can take half on it.
I'll take it. I can easily take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing it? Anyone else
I
have
want to
penumbral?
turn on my sharpened senses.
Okay, so you're turning on your sharper senses. Anyone else have penumbral sense?
I do, yeah.
You gonna activate it? What's your
Actually, I'll save.
Okay.
I'll save the point.
All right, Orin,
for
your
right
eyes
now.
your eyes go milky. You see both worlds equally. On the other side, as you're driving, the lake is black. On the other side, black and still, almost corrupt. It's oil slick black. The island in front of you is a glimmer of hope, though. It's bright, white, a bright white light beams out from the center of it, where the center of the cairn is. It didn't look like this the first time you've been here. Someone's been doing work in the cairn. The fortress is still exists. It's crumbling in the Umbra, and it's being held up by vines, but not corrupted, blighted vines like you saw in the city, but more, positive, more lively, just more full of life, more verdant vines, but not blighted.
Okay. So everything on the island has changed for the better, and the lake is still the same as it was.
Yes.
What about the spirits?
You don't notice a lot of spirits on the lake, but on the island, you do notice spirits of where'd they go? I'm sorry. Yes. What? Okay. I apologize. You see spirits. I apologize, guys. Just give me one moment. My mind just
No, you're
went,
good.
my mind went completely blank for absolutely no reason.
You're golden.
You're good.
Spirits of hope, but also spirits of fear. Not entropy, just fear. Something of the unknown. Not quite it's not dark fear, it's not evil fear, it's just fear. Something is odd, something is not right, but something is not wrong at the same time. It's not corruption. It's just fear of something.
Okay. I'll tell everybody as we're going across, what's going on, what I see. The same discussion we had when we got tasked with clearing everything out, but everything is very different. And I'll leave it going as long as it makes sense to leave it going.
He can't move during this, right?
He can move. He can see.
No, I can.
Yeah,
This one lets
he
me
can.
see
He
both.
can. He can see. He can see perfectly.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot's changed on the island. I wonder why Mother's brought us here.
Maybe they're performing the rites to make it an actual cairn again.
That makes sense, yeah.
All right. After it takes about 15 minutes to get to the island from where you were, and I do apologize for that lapse. I just had a complete brain fart. As you're making your way toward the island, you pull up to the dock. You notice the dock there's been work done on the dock. Actual physical labor has been done. There's lights. There's lights that have been strung up on the dock, and Mother Winterfang is waiting at the end of this dock for you. She's standing there in her hiking clothes, a long jacket. She's wearing gloves, boots, and a hat over her ears. She's waiting for you. She calls you over, but before you answer her, she turns and she walks down the path.
Hop out and start following her.
All right.
What does she look like in the Umbra?
You don't see her in the Umbra because she's in the physical world. You
Doesn't
don't
have anything around her. Okay.
right. You don't occupy two spaces. You're either in the physical world or you're in the Umbra.
I just didn't know if she had any spirits hanging out with her or anything like that.
No, not that you can see. No, she's not being accompanied by Falcon or anything like that. As you enter the heart of the cairn, it's massive. It's now a glowing silver sapling. It's believed to have been. You believe probably Mother Winterfang had planted it during her rites. The tree acts as more of a spiritual anchor now, connecting the Umbra realm to both the material plane and the depths of the spirit world. The roots weave through the island's soil and stretch deep into the Umbra, symbolizing the interconnectedness of everything on the island. She's done a lot of work here in the last couple weeks.
The sapling is in the real world or in the Umbra?
In the Umbra. In the real,
When I see that, I kind of stop, and you guys just see me like stop cold and just stare up and around.
in the physical world, a lot of the ivy's been pulled down. The door where the computer room is more visible than it was before. Everything's been cleaned up quite a bit. Someone's been putting a lot of elbow grease into this place.
After a couple seconds of just kind of staring in awe, and I'm like, everything is new. I wish you all could see what I can see right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and activate penumbral senses. I want to see this myself.
All right.
Beautiful.
So the abandoned Revolutionary War fortress now exists in its spiritual form as semi-restored, like an ethereal bastion. Its ghostly walls are rising and crumbling in an endless cycle. So they keep rebuilding and then breaking down and rebuilding again, as if something's working to strengthen the spiritual resonance of the area. Clearly, Mother Winterfang's had some kind of influence here, or someone or some group of someone's has. Surrounding the island is dotted with towering trees that seem to be alive, their trunks and branches pulsating faintly with vibrant energy. The tree appeared to watch over the island, acting as guardians and amplifying the natural balance of the cairn. Each tree seems to be tied to a specific aspect of the purpose, such as wisdom, strength, healing, and renewal. On the other side, Mother Winterfang meets you guys, as the rest of you, who are just in the physical world. She's up at the front. You see her enter the door where the computer room was before. So she enters into that room, and she waits for you.
I go ahead and I follow in behind her, and I beckon the rest of the pack to follow too.
All right, inside the room, she said she cleared out that area, all the wall that had the server space there, so it's kind of open now. It's more open. There's kind of enough space for at least 7 of you in here. So if more was here, there'd still be enough space. She posts up near the computer. She sort of sits down, puts her feet up on the desk, and she just looks at it. She goes, "So what's been going on?"
So much.
Yeah, what do you mean?
So much has been going on.
It's been a very eventful couple weeks. Yes.
I would have to assume you know a little bit about what's been going on, Mother Winterfang.
I know about what happened at Wild Country. I know something happened at Wild Country. I don't know what happened at Wild Country.
I slipped up. Is what happened.
I saw the video. I saw the video. I know what it is. I know what it was. You're lucky that it didn't blow up. You're very lucky it didn't blow up. You can't help it though, can you? Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, exactly.
The rage,
I got lost in the performance.
The rage slips. Sometimes it just happens. We just need to be more careful. We have to try. You can't beat yourself up about it too much. We just have to try.
Is there anything else that you know, Mother Winterfang, before we dive into
I've been working
our side?
I've been working on this cairn for weeks. I haven't seen hide or hair of any of you. I don't know what you've followed up on, what you've learned, what you've done.
Do we want to bring the axe to her attention?
I'll reach into my pack. I'll pull. It's covered in cloth, so it's not like grabbing a big old hunk of silver. But I'll put it on the desk and unwrap it and be like, Jerry seemed to think his family and all of them had been slaying werewolves forever. And I unwrap the axe and go over the axe head.
Jerry's no longer a threat, by the way, Mother.
She looks at the axe head. She goes, "Who's Jerry?"
The CEO of Midnight Timberworks.
Former CEO.
The late CEO of Midnight Timberworks.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna have to rewind for me. Come back a little bit. Tell me why we have that. Why he's no longer. I assume he's dead. Why you have his axe and how he got involved with this in the first place. Why don't we start from the beginning?
You thought he was gonna hunt me after learning I was a werewolf. We were potentially
But there was
werewolves.
another reason that we were
Wait
there.
a second. Elwyn, she hasn't seen it. I go back through and I look and see. Prepared. Would I have brought it with me? Copy of the.
Give me an intelligence plus technology check.
It's a lot.
It's
Can I take it? It's intelligence plus tech is 4 plus 6.
yes, you can. Yes, you can take half. You remembered to bring the. You remembered to bring the video. I'm assuming you're talking about what happened to Ripcord and the
Yes.
pack.
I'll show her what happened to Ripcord in the pack. The copy of that we have. We found this at Midnight Timberworks. What, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Was she not aware? Actually, I
Yes,
thought
that's
she was
right.
aware of this footage.
No,
She
wasn't with
hasn't
us.
seen that footage yet.
She hadn't seen the footage yet.
She saw the trail cam footage, which we had from before, though.
She sits down. She puts the foot. She loads. She takes whatever media you give her.
And I'm gonna warn her what it is, and I'm not gonna watch it again.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna go into that rage again.
all right. So you get whatever media you give her. She plugs it into the computer. She watch. Who's watching it with her? Anyone sticking around to watch it with her?
Nope.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
All
I'll
right.
be there to watch it with her.
All right. So she turns it on. She watches it. She watches frame by frame, scene by scene, as she watches Ripcord and her pack gunned down by what appears to be just a group of migrants and people in cloaks. She winces as each member of the pack goes down. You can see she looks away at the final shot when Ripcord is taken out. She stares at the screen at the screen when she sees the man in the robe come down to touch Ripcord's hair. I don't recognize him.
That's Mayor Hayes.
What is how she
That's the
responds?
mayor.
All right, you need to fill me in on everything that's been going on. Everything you know.
Before Jerry was shot, he was spilling the beans. All over
Essentially,
them.
the footage that you see right there, Mother Winterfang, the footage that you've seen right there was orchestrated by a few very prominent members in the community to take down Ripcord in the pack. Jerry Folks, the CEO of Midnight Timberworks, Sister Clara Bill, the pastor over the Unity of Christ Church, and Mayor Hayes are some of our largest leads and the people who are most prominent in this, along with a lady named Maria Vasquez. But we thought we had a lead on what was going on with Midnight Timberworks' involvement here. We investigated. We did indeed find out through some deeper investigation from Oren setting up some microphones, finding out that he was prepping to ambush us because of our presence at Midnight Timberworks a few weeks ago, which I don't think you've been made aware of either. I was not there, though. Hold on. Maybe she would have been. Out of character for a moment. Maybe she would have been because you dropped me off. Because Mother Winterfang dropped me off after their first initial skirmish at Midnight Timberworks.
Yes, she was there for the stuff.
So she would know about that. My
Yeah.
apologies. But upon deeper investigation, we found out that he was carrying that axe with the intention to gain immortality that was promised to him by Mayor Hayes. And he spilled the beans on a lot of people who were
A
involved
lot of
with
people.
this.
A lot of people.
Right after that,
His head exploded.
thank you. I could not put it more graciously than that.
She looks at you. His head. Okay.
He was shot
Yeah,
by
he was
mercenaries
shot
from the
at.
Pegasus group, one of whom was apparently my stalker. Dang it. Sorry, I just forgot her name and I don't
No,
have it. up
she
here.
doesn't have a name. I watched that whole VOD from last week. She is unnamed still yet. So
No, I have her name somewhere because I knew who it was, but I don't have it up. It's buried deep within my notes. I'm sorry.
The Viper.
The Viper. It's been hunting me for a while.
So she stops. She laughs. She chuckles. I sent you on a rite of passage. Something easy, and you have uncovered a citywide conspiracy that ended in the death of Ripcord and her pack. You've already done more than is expected of most Garou packs. I think we've held this off long enough. You return. You stand before me, before Gaia, and before the spirits of this decay are no longer as cubs, but as Garou, who will face the wild and the darkness beyond it. You've endured the trial set before you, proven yourself worthy and more. She steps forward, her eyes piercing. She studies each one of you as she steps up from the computer. I see the fire of courage in your hearts, the wisdom of your choices in your eyes, and the bonds you have forged in each other, etched in your very souls. Together you stood against these shadows. Together you will prevail. But even in victory, there will be more loss. We need to make recompensance for what happened to Ripcord. We need vengeance. You're no longer cubs. You are Garou. If there was a nation, you'd be Garou of the nation. But that is the thing of the past. Now you're Garou of this cairn. And we must protect it. So tell me more. Tell me more of what you discovered.
You have my word. We will protect it.
Yep, absolutely.
We have discovered, well, evil has taken root in Blackwater. There's the giant lumber spider and spirits inhabiting things. This isn't just man-made evil. There's something more.
This is the worm.
And we must
Mayor
combat the...
Hayes may not know of us individually, but he knows of us. He is surrounding himself with layers of security, many of them. There are dozens of men in the buildings that are closest to the mayor's office that don't belong.
Well,
Dozens.
well, if this Jerry Falk is missing, which I'd heard in the news, I'd read in the news that there was a Jerry Falk missing. I had to connect the two together. And Song of Ashes being seen on the internet. He knows there's werewolves. He's already dealt with werewolves in this town before. So they're probably prepared to do so again.
Pegasus Group obviously seems to be aware of us as well.
They absolutely are.
They said they were hunting for Jerry, but they were not surprised to see us turn until they were ripped apart.
I grin.
Orion
I will
was
say
quite-
it is
quite
thanks
good
to
at that.
Orion. It is thanks to Orion that we were well prepared to fight that group.
He wears his glory well. I see the spirits have favored him with more.
I've gotten a little bit more information over this past week. Clearly, one of our threats is gone, but that doesn't mean that all of the threats are gone. And I took a...
She sits back down. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I took a visit to Sister Bill's church as well. And what I can tell you is while I was in there, I was able to perceive so much more about this woman than her just being an elderly, not even elderly, a middle-aged church mouse. She is possessed directly by the worm. And she is the right hand of Mayor Hayes.
Sounds like we have some work to do. Vengeance must be served.
I would agree, but it is a little bit more of a dangerous operation because she is convincing her entire congregation to start taking up arms against us and people like us. It is a large church. For a Wednesday evening service, 50 people there.
That makes it even more important for us to take her out.
I would agree with you, but we cannot go in with a half-cocked plan like we have the past couple of times.
I mean, Orion's all cock.
I never go in I was gonna say I never go in half cocked.
Have you had any thoughts yourself, Elwin, on how you would like to proceed based on the information and how you felt out?
You are our expert on churches here.
I've
I
not
don't think
figured
I've
out-
actually been inside one.
I've not figured out exactly how to get her by herself just yet, but upon discussing my findings with Orin went out of his way to go and try to set up some surveillance. Orin, do you want to talk to Mother Winterfang about your experience?
She looks to Orin.
She has powers that are not natural. She saw me hundreds of yards away and just stared at me. Not just glancing at a person, just stared at me. And I won't lie, I left. I wasn't about to stay. I have no idea what the hell that woman is, if that even is a woman.
It's not.
Another successful roll, huh?
That's a hot.
Mother Winterfang, when I was at her church, though, there were 2 runes that I saw spread about throughout the stained glass and in the cemetery. And one of them I immediately understood. Worm.
Worm.
The other one that spoke to me, Verdant Blight. What do you know about this? What can I know about this?
Well, verdant means life. Blight means
And green?
green. Yes, blight and green, and blight means death and decay.
It's
I
like
don't.
the potato. It's like the potato famine, but more generalized.
I really don't know. It's not really my thing. The urges are. I'm not a nerd.
I understand.
Is there any way or place that we can go find this information?
Well, like a library?
Is there a Guru library?
No. That would be really convenient if there was.
That probably would have gotten burned down in all the fighting.
Well, if we want to know more about her beliefs, there is her Garu library. If we could get into her office or something, she's going to have documents that'll have information on what she's at least trying to do and how she's perceiving all of this.
I had another. It's hard for me to put it into words exactly what it was. A dream, a vision this past week. And when you mentioned that it means life and death, I don't know if this has any relation. But I feel like I should talk about it with you guys and with Mother Winterfang here. In my dream, I was standing in a forest, and it was quiet, and it was old, as if it had been there for millennia. And the trees were so large, and they hummed with life, and their roots, they dug deep into the earth. And everything felt tranquil. But as I walked through that forest, I sensed something dark. I sensed something wrong. And I couldn't put my finger exactly on it. And the trees, they began to darken. Their bark was cracking and bleeding. And thick, viscous black sap started to seep from those. And as that hum of life that I could sense started to fade into a groan, I looked ahead and I saw a creature who was in pain. And I followed it, and the trees were almost trying to block me. But I entered into a clearing, and there was a massive bear that was lying there. And its fur was matted in congealed blood. Its chest was rising and falling. And despite how it felt, it radiated a quiet strength still, yet a regalness. Its eyes locked onto mine with a mix of trust and defiance. And it spoke to my heart It spoke to my mind, but not with its mouth. And it said to me, I have stood alone for too long. The burden of land is heavy and I'm tired, yet the heart of this forest still beats. And then it shifted slightly, exposing its gigantic paw. And one claw pointed toward the horizon. And I saw this island that we are currently on, the Forgotten Island Cairn. And it was shrouded in darkness. And it said to me, you cannot save it alone. And neither can I. But together, perhaps. And it trailed off just a little bit. The bear struggled to rise up. And I felt a sudden sense of urgency, and my hands were glowing with healing light. And I reached out, and I was attempting to mend the bear's wounds and free it from whatever bonds were holding it down. But then the shadows in the clearing writhe, I heard a voice of worm hissing at me from the darkness, and it said, you are weak, and he is broken. Together you will fail. And the shadows lashed out, and they were clawing at myself and the bear, and they threatened to consume us both in the darkness. I almost totally lost my falter. I did not, my hope, my resolve, but the bear's voice continued in my mind, and it said, will you trust me as I trust you? Together we can bring light to this place again. And the dream crescendoed, and I placed my hands on the bear's wounds, and I felt my energy flowing into the bear, and the bear roared, its strength returned, its body stood up, towering above me, as it swiped at the shadows, and we fought back the darkness. Our combined will igniting a wave of light that spread through the forest and cleansed all the corruption. I don't fully understand what that means, but thinking about verdant blight and the connection between that dream, there has to be something there, or am I misinterpreting this? Other Winterfang.
She kind of looks at you. She looks to the left. She kind of looks to the right. She looks at everyone else. She goes, I don't really know dreams, but to me it sounds like you've got to help strengthen. Someone's going to help us strengthen the cairn. It's kind of what I got from that. I'm not a dream interpreter by any means, shape, or form. I don't know. What does everyone else think?
I'm not a dream interpreter either, Mother, but that seemed pretty straightforward to me. It seemed like something almost like the lake and the forest were calling out to you and speaking to you and trying to rally you to maybe rally us. But I sure feel like that was a call to arms.
It seems more like we need to get in touch with the guardian spirit of here, and all of us need to fight back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, there's a spirit here.
Yes. There's a spirit here.
What is the spirit?
It's not.
Is it a bear?
It's not. No, it's not a bear. It's not a bear. It'll reveal itself to you when it's ready. It'll reveal itself when it's ready, but it's still recovering from the law not being tended to so well since the ripcord's been gone. We'll get there. From the looks of it, it looks like you've got to do a couple things. We're going to need to strengthen this Forgotten Island cairn. That's going to be number one. I'm going to be putting my effort toward that. I'm going to need help. We're going to need help doing that. Sounds like we need to take down Midnight Timberworks and stop whatever this.
I agree with that.
Lumber spider. Does anyone have any information on this lumber spider? Does anyone know what it is?
Ashes.
Yeah, I do.
Let us know what you got.
Let me grab that here. That was a couple sessions ago.
1 second. I gotta let my dog in. Get in here. You get out. You go lay down.
Oh, is that not in the information you sent me over, Zed? in
No,
our chat?
I think we just talked about it.
Oh, I thought you actually sent me, or did we just talk about it? I don't remember
We just talked about it, but it's okay.
all
I
the
can remind you.
details. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I can remind you. Song of Ashes discusses the details of what's called a Dratasi Bane, and I will read what he would read to you.
Oh, Jatasi, Bane of Ruin. That's right. I
Yes.
did make that note. Yes.
Dratasis are banes of pollution, environmental despoilment, and natural ruin. Rare in times of the Guru legend were they terrifyingly common in the area of apocalypse. Invariably toxic, Dratasi might appear as sludgy oil slick on a beach, a festering heap of urban garbage in a decaying city, or a streak of radioactive sludge or the like. It's about they are just massive, just nasty spirits that take over in industrial areas and cause lots of trouble. And Song of Ashes would relay this to you if he didn't remember it himself. She looks at you, she goes, a Dratasi. She begins laughing. Now that's a challenge. Now that's a challenge. Oh, to be young again.
I threw some thermite at it. It didn't seem to like that much.
So you're going to have to deal with that, it looks like. Definitely going to have to deal with that. We're going to have to deal with that. We're going to need to take down Midnight Timberworks. Neutralize Mayor Robert Hayes. Stop Sister Clara in the Unity of Christ Church. And it looks like we're going to need to build some alliances to turn the tide. We've got a whole lot of stuff ahead of us.
Any recommendations on where we start?
I was just about to ask the exact same question.
I would argue that we go deal with this spider. We already kind of know what we're going up against, at least with that. And I know it was dangerous the last time. I know.
Quite dangerous. Yeah, we lost a van.
Killing its
By the
physical
loop of a
form
van
is not
to
a
it
problem.
nearly could have been us.
It is
Killing
the
its spirit is the
easiest hurdle to get over right now before we face some of these larger ones, and gives us time to do some reconnaissance on everyone else we have to touch.
Elwin, how do we kill its spirit? How do we kill a spirit? I don't know.
We tell it it's ugly and its mother dresses it funny. I don't know either, Warren.
Actually, technically, give me a what is your intelligence plus occult roll?
For me,
Yep.
6.
6.
All right, so you can take half on this. To kill a spirit,
Taking half.
you have to do it in the spirit world. If you do it in the physical world, you'll just banish it back to the Umbra world, and it'll repossess something else. You need to, if you want to kill it for good, you have to try to kill it in the spirit world. And yes, insulting it could lead to its death, as they are spiritual creatures, not physical creatures. So they technically share one health track. No willpower, just health and just health.
We just need to insult it in the Umbra.
Correct.
We need to insult its core.
Somehow I knew
I
it came to me
think-
in a vision.
Let's write a song that you could sing to it in the Umbra to break its spirit.
That would not be terribly hard to do.
I'm just going to remind you, Elwin, because you weren't there, the last time we fought this thing, there was other spirits possessing people trying to stop us. And it was in a place where we couldn't exactly open the gateway to get into the spirit realm easily. And none of my toys work in the spirit realm.
The last
None
time
of
you
them.
fought this thing, you did not have me with you.
Okay, when plan A fails, what's plan B? Because
Plan
plan
A
A
won't
has
fail.
failed every single time.
Do you know what I'm capable of?
No?
Yes.
I can
But I
purify
also
that.
know that plan A has failed every single time, and I'm sick and tired of getting caught with our pants down.
I understand. I understand. But do you not think that we will be caught with our pants down if we go straight after Sister Beale, or if we go straight after Mayor Hayes, Orin?
I'm not saying go straight after everything. I'm saying we got to come up with a plan that doesn't involve open the gateway, kill a spirit in the spirit realm. Open a gateway, go fight something on its home turf. With what? You're just gonna, oh, we can do it. Let's go do this because we can, with the power of friendship.
The power of friendship. I love it.
All right. Well, I hear a lot of bitching, but I hear no planning. So let's plan, because, well, actually, my plans got us in trouble last time. So maybe we don't plan and we just do.
Does weakening the physical version upset the in the Umbra as well? If we attack it on two fronts, will it help the Umbra side succeed?
You know what? Do we know
always
this?
could. We
Like,
could try.
What do we know about fighting an actual spirit other than you got to kill it in the Umbra?
You have to fight. You can only fight it on one side at a time. This is what you would know with your, because I know you're a cult as well. So you could take half and you know this. You know this as well, Pete. You have to fight this on either one side or the other, on the physical side or on the. But if you
if we
defeat,
screw it up in the
Damage
physical
you do.
world, does the damage carry over, or is it a fresh slate on the Umbra side?
it's a fresh slate on the Umbra side.
If we destroyed the physical version of it, it would just repossess something else anyway.
It could just
as well as
it could just repossess something else. Yes. It might decide to go away, but it's a big ask.
Oh, okay, I will tell you this much more. Plan A is to open that gate. Let me purify the area. While Ashes preps to sing a song that will absolutely destroy this spider spirit, and I expect to hear real lyrics, Ashes. I want to hear it. But Plan B is the plan that you're most comfortable with. We exit the Umbra. We throw some thermite at its physical being. We get out of there. You have way more thermite this go around, and we're way better prepared.
That plan B just slows it down. It's still around. It
Plan
can
B
still
gives
come
us
back.
time to survive.
Look, plan B is an escape plan. That's all it is.
If we're going, we're not running away. We're doing the job.
The problem is in the Umbra, all we have to fight with is ourselves. We can't bring
I don't-
anything into the Umbra.
I don't have a problem with that.
I can't even go into the Umbra.
Yes, you can. We can open a gate into the Umbra, and we can all walk through it.
Oh,
Yeah, we did it before. Yeah.
on my own.
Right.
Elwin or myself can open that gate.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they don't both die, we're fine.
Yeah, as long as we both don't go down, one of us can get us out.
I would like to use my sight from beyond to see if I can perceive what this battle's going to be like.
All right, so roll it.
Okay. Intelligence plus wisdom. 6.
Got your rage dice in there. Your 2 rage dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
3 successes.
3 successes.
I accidentally rolled number dice. My apologies.
That's fine. That's good enough. All right. You suddenly snap to. You're having a dream. You see yourself surrounded by your pack, valiantly charging forward as you attack a armored-looking crab in the umbral reflection of the world of the umbral reflection of the mountain, the Midnight Timberworks lumberyard. There are pattern spiders surrounding you everywhere, just sewing up the area and trying to suck up the corruption of the area, but they can't seem to do it. As this, and you're battling this armored crab. First, Orin goes down. Then Wildcord goes down. Eventually, you do destroy it, but Song of Ashes is down as well, and so is Mother Winterfang. In the end, it's just Haggard and Nerdwire, but you are successful.
So what did you see?
Slightly scary dream.
Okay, you're right. We can't just go in there. You're right, Oren. But we can't stand by. I hold in a little bit more of what I saw. I do not need to scare Oren more than he already is, as he is a paranoid person in general. I don't need him grabbing his bug out bag and abandoning us, so I don't tell him.
I'm not saying we don't go in. I'm saying we have to move it somewhere where we can fight it. And I know it's got to be in the Umbra, but if we fight it where it is, it's got home ground advantage. And I don't know how to bring things into the Umbra except small trinkets. So we're not ready to fight this thing.
Mother Winterfang speaks up. Well, you said you fought other spirits before. What side were they on?
We banished them back to the Umbra. We had to get rid of them out of the people they were possessing, but that was it. They immediately possessed something else. That was it.
Oh, it was like that.
And we avoided spirits in the Umbra. Because if we didn't mess with them, we just avoided them. And they didn't bother us. It's not like something trying to kill us. This thing wants to kill us.
Of course it does. I'll go with you if you want to fight it.
I can't let you go with us.
You can't let me go with you?
It's not a matter of letting her. If we're going to fight this, she's coming.
I cannot let her go with us.
You can't let me do.
I'd like to see you stop her.
I know I have no power here. But I
Well, so let me pose this question. This thing is just attacking us. Why? Because we were in its territory, or is something telling it to attack us? Is something controlling it?
I wasn't there.
It's a manifestation of the bad. So it's got to die eventually, but we're not good enough to kill it yet.
I mean, yeah, never mind.
Well, can we just like put a big circle of salt or something around its building where it lives and trap it in one place? I don't know. How do these Umbral things work?
If we had the ability to use the dream catcher thing and it was the only spirit around, we could trap it for a while, but that only lasts for a bit. And if it's the only spirit around, we can trap it. Otherwise, it's picked at
I
random.
can purify the place. I can make it the only spirit around.
But I don't have the ability to use the dream catcher. I can't catch a spirit.
What does it take for you to be able to get that?
It's a right. It's a right that I don't know.
Okay.
But that just holds it. That doesn't. It's not permanent. It's just over time.
And
So maybe not.
Time that Ashes needs to sing.
So maybe not the place to start.
No.
Well, it seems to be the two people we know the most about are either the church lady or the mayor.
We know that the Maria works for Midnight Timber Works, but that's about it. Like, we can try to poke it around at that because the boss is gone because it's a little destabilized, but all we know is she works there and she worked in HR. That's about it.
I'll tell you what, guys. Tomorrow's Sunday. Wildcord, I know you said you've never stepped in a church.
It's
You
true.
ready to put on your Sunday best?
We'll have to go buy me some Sunday best.
Wildcore doesn't own Sunday Best.
I just made some good money. Y'all can go shopping.
We can handle that.
I love church. Let's go.
And while you guys are all in church, I can. She's going to be busy. I can do some stuff.
What
I think
kind
that's
of
the plan
stuff?
for now. Is to go investigate. I will tell you guys, she knows me. She knows me by my first name. But she doesn't know me. No stresses there. I just happened to bring some friends. I was so enthralled with Wednesday night service, decided to bring some buddies.
Uh-huh.
All right.
She will never suspect.
Mother Winterfang looks to Orion. Song of Ashes to Wild Chord. You guys are going to church. Light a candle for me.
You don't want to join us, Mother?
No, I don't go to church.
I laugh a little bit. Step away.
When you've seen the shit we've seen, you know the truth.
I understand, but I'm a man of old convictions still yet.
Excellent. All right. So you guys are going to church, I take it.
Indeed.
You're getting Wild Chord some nice clothes.
It's kind of mandatory if you want to, get away with going to church.
Ashes, I gotta be honest, that fully open leather vest and those super tight leather pants are probably not gonna go well in there either. Can you be a little more inconspicuous?
Yeah, I think we could work something out there.
Thank you.
Hey, seriously though, when you guys say you got to go shopping, I go down and I open up a box downstairs and I hand you guys a few $100s.
Nice.
Like it's nothing.
Now I don't have to look like a hobo.
Ashes, the one
Here.
thing I would recommend too.
It's not traceable.
We know that people have seen your face on the internet. You need to disguise. Clean shave, slick back hair. Can you handle it?
What are you talking about, Elwin? It's winter. Get him a nice scarf.
That he wraps up to his
not wearing
eyeballs
pants.
during church? He can't wear it the entire time?
Yes, he can.
You're not wearing pants. Get out.
Get him a COVID mask.
Get him a thin one. Exactly.
Just, just a mask with eyeballs and a mouth hole cut out in it. And he just pulls it on like a robber.
No, get him a COVID mask. Nice one.
That'll work. That'll work. Yeah, we could do that. We could
Get him
handle
an RGB COVID mask.
that. the razor, the razor version. You've got the money.
The one with the bad filters.
All right. So in the morning, you're not going to church, are you, Oren?
No, I'm going to go outside because I know she's not going to be outside the building, and I'm going to reset up the microphones.
All right. Outside. Okay. So the Unity Christ Church stands at the modest yet striking structure in the Lake Blackwater, a beacon of those seeking solace, guidance, or spiritual awakening. Its weathered stone facade, a blend of Gothic and rustic design, reflects its dual role as a place of worship and gathering point for the local community. The church is perched on a gentle hill overlooking the main road, its spire stretching toward the sky as if in quiet defiance of the surrounding darkness. Ivy winds around the lower stones, giving the building an ancient, almost mystical aura. The wooden double doors, adorned with an engraved cross encircled by symbols of unity and peace, welcome visitors with a promise of shelter. A small but well-maintained cemetery sits behind the church, bordered by iron fencing. Worn gravestones and a large lone marble angel statue add to the serene yet somber atmosphere. Anyone looking at the Umbra?
I will once I get over there, but it'll be from the distance of the walking around the walking path or wherever I can get at a distance from the church.
All right, because
I am going to tell you a couple of things, Warren, before we get there. There is a side entry door that is on the lower level that leads to a community center. There is the main sanctuary, stained glass all the way around. But there are the runes that I mentioned. Worm, verdant blight, protecting the place on the inside. I did cleanse an area in the cemetery while I was there. But pretty much, as far as I could tell from the entryways that I went in, there are 2 exits. 2 entries.
Okay.
All right, so when you get there, there's about 200 cars in the parking lot. It's a Sunday.
Perfect.
It's a Sunday service. And you're just trying to blend in.
Oh, no, I'm not even going near I don't need to be near the property to do this. I'm just making sure she, the super-powered one, is indisposed. She's going to be inside giving sermons and stuff like that.
All right. So when you get over there, you gonna look at the Umbra?
Yeah.
All right. From a distance, the church's spiritual reflection appears as a warped version of its physical self. The spire, instead of reaching toward the heavens, twists unnaturally, clawing at the darkened sky. The building radiates a faint, sickly green light, like an infected wound trying to conceal its rot. The surrounding cemetery is even more unnerving in the spirit world. Gravestones are cracked and splintered, oozing spiritual ichor, while shadowy figures drift among the tombs, their forms flickering with anguish. The lone angel statue now resembles a monstrous effigy, wings torn and face contorted in an eerie, toothy grin. In the center of the church appears a massive, pulsating growth rooted in the spiritual reflection of Unity Christ Church. At the heart of the manifestation is a towering tree-like structure, its bark appearing as veins of blackened wood intertwined with pulsing, fleshy vines. The trunk is swollen and uneven, covered in oozing wounds that glisten with sickly green ichor. The tree branches out into gnarled limbs, but instead of leaves, it bears blooms of corrupted flora, each flower resembling screaming faces or twisted human forms. Roots burrow deep into the ground, spreading out like claws, visibly siphoning spiritual energy from the area. They glow faintly, pulsating in rhythm with the congregation's fervor. Tendrils rise from the roots like serpents reaching toward the sky, and the congregation's spiritual energy greedily drinking in their faith, fear, and devotion. Above the trees, a shimmering canopy of spiritual energy, a glowing green haze that shifts with the intensity of the congregation's worship. Faces appear fleetingly in the haze, crying, shouting, or pleading, only to dissolve into the mist. Hanging from the branches are bulbous fruits, each pulsing with life. These fruits seem ready to burst, dripping with vicious black liquid that pools below, forming smaller, writhing veins or corrupting the ground itself. That's what you see when you look into the spiritual world.
I will text Song of Ashes from my dumb phone.
Yes.
And let him know that, like, the Umbra, there's a tree in the Umbra like it was on our island. Exact opposite. Instead of growth, it's sapping the land of anything. And it's like pulling in all the good and turning it to rot and vileness of the worst things ever. It's just, you're walking into poison. Be careful.
Yeah, this sounds exactly like the complete opposite of the Karen. This is ground zero. It seems like this is the absolute.
So him having texted him, I am now privy to this information.
Sure.
Can you text Oren back?
There'd be no
shares it
reason
with
I
us?
wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be sharing this information with you guys. We're all together. That's going in as a group, right? The ones going inside at least.
Can you text Oren back? Ask him if he has an axe I can borrow.
Of course, but it's back at the house.
It's gonna take a lot
There
more
might be
than
one in
an
the
axe
back
to
of
get
the
rid of
car.
that body odor.
Ooh. Yeah, this has just become a recon mission for sure.
All right. So as you
We
enter
need more information.
inside Unity Christ Church, it's humble but beautiful. The wooden pews, polished from years of use, face a simple altar framed by stained glass windows. Each window depicts an abstract scene blending traditional Christian imagery with local nature, a radiant sun rising over the lake, a lone pine tree, and a flowing river. Candles line the walls, their soft flicker adding warmth to the dimly lit space. Above the altar, a carved wooden crucifix is suspended, its craftsmanship intricate and haunting. A modest organ rests in one corner, occasionally filling the church with solemn hymns. There's probably about, 150 people more in this church right now. It's standing room only.
Is it a single service church?
It is not a single service church.
Okay, so there's even more people that usually go here then.
Yes.
Okay. As we enter, and after Ashes has shared with us what Oren has texted him, I ask Ashes if I ask you, Ashes, can you look into the Umbra inside of this building? I want to know what you see in here.
I can sure try, man. Let's give it a shot.
Make your roll.
So was that intelligence and occult for that roll, right? Intelligence occult.
That's what we did.
6, and I have a Garu specialty if that counts
Nope.
here. So just the 6. What's the? Can I just take half?
You can just take half. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Your eyes go milky. Inside the church, the corruption becomes undeniable. The pews are splintered and warped, their forms resembling grasping hands. The stained glass windows, once vibrant with light in nature, now depict scenes of suffering, domination, and decay, their colors bleeding into the dim air. The altar serves as the epicenter of the worm's influence, its pulsating, fleshy construct faintly emitting a rhythmic, nauseating hum. Tendrils of spiritual corruption snake outward from the altar, connecting to the structure like vines feeding a diseased heart. In place of the carved crucifix, a grotesque sigil of the worm looms above, radiating malevolence, spiritual echoes, and anguished cries. Mocking whispers fill the air, creating a sense of constant oppression. There are no people in the spiritual reflections. You don't see anybody, but you do see energy being lifted from nowhere. Green energy that seems to be feeding into the altar, which seems to be feeding into the vein, the roots that are in the church, that are feeding into the tree that's outside.
Hey.
You guys, this place is just the absolute epicenter. It's a darkness, the evil void, chaos. There's tentacles, almost tendrils of dark, just veins pulling energy, pulling life out of what appears to be Earth and sucking it all away. I couldn't describe the worm better than what I'm seeing now.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
As we walk in, can I sense or scour the crowd to see if my stalker is around?
You give me a Wits plus awareness check.
Wits plus awareness?
Yep.
It's a 3.
I don't think she's necessarily the church going type, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. 2 rage dice, right?
Yep, 2 rage dice.
Okay.
You don't spot her. There's a lot of people here, though, but she doesn't stick out. You actually haven't heard from her since last Saturday. Since shit went down at the bar.
It'd be funny if I would just said fuck it and shifted into Krinos form in the middle of the church.
No! Oh, man. Do we have anyone here with us that's stealthy, by the way? Character?
Very slightly stealthy.
I think Morwen
Not
has
you,
all
you're
our
outside,
stuff.
Orin. I can't use you.
I'm stealthy a little bit.
Okay. So Elwin turns after he hears Ash's retelling of what he saw in the Umbra, and I say to Wildcord, I only know of a couple of exits around here, but you're new here. It shouldn't raise suspicions if you get a little bit lost in the church, and maybe poke around and see what you can see. Would you be willing to go and do some looking?
Well, I can make myself completely invisible to most people. People just,
A little stealthy.
yeah, my gift of blissful ignorance makes it very hard to see me.
Perfect.
So, but I don't even have to stay
use the restroom
still,
real
do
quick.
I?
Do what?
What's that?
What did you say, Wildcord?
I'm not even sure I have to stay stationary.
You do have to stay stationary.
Oh, yeah.
To be invisible?
Yeah. But essentially, I just have to go sit in the bathroom and turn invisible on the can and stay there for a few hours after the sermon. Then I can sneak around the building all I want.
We'll go get lost for a little while.
I'm going to go take a nap in the bathroom and turn on blissful ignorance.
All right, let me find blissful ignorance in my book real quick. Dookie.
Dexterity plus stealth.
Dexterity plus stealth. All right, so you're just gonna go to the bathroom and use blissful ignorance and just stay there. That's
Yep.
Okay.
So I get a whole 3 dice for this, so I have to roll it.
Yep.
Gotta tell Wildcord to go get lost, and Ashes and Orion are gone. Oh, there
Somebody
he is.
sits on his invisible legs and poops between them.
Right. I got a good success, I guess.
Yep. Well, it's difficulty of 2, plus the gifts users was okay. So anyone to look for you is looking for a 3. All right. So yep, you're good. So you're hiding in the shitter. Shitter's full.
Excellent.
All right. So everyone else settles gets their spots that they can find to sit down in. And the opening prayer begins. Lord of all creation, we bow before you today as humble servants seeking your wisdom in the trials we face. Help us to see your purpose. In the darkness, guide us to your light. Amen. Sister Claire stands up. She's wearing a white cassock and an orange stole today. Very, very fall colored stole. Very blighty. She steps up to the pulpit. Beloved, today I speak not of despair, but of the hidden grace in our trials. The world is fraught with many challenges. Shadows creep into our lives, twisting and choking the very roots of our being. Many would call this work of destruction, but I tell you it's the verdant blight sent to test and refine us, to help us grow towards salvation. Consider the words of James 1:2-4. Count in all joy, my brothers, when you meet the trials of various kinds, for you know that when testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. These trials, this verdant blight that entangles our lives, are not sent to destroy us, but to purify us, to make us stronger in our faith and purpose. The verdant blight is like the wild vine that grows in the forest unchecked. It threatens to consume all, but with guidance, with pruning, it becomes the tool through which the forest thrives, offering shelter and new life. So too does the verdant blight challenge us to look deeper to see what we have grown complacent, to rise above the easy path and walk firmly in the light of the Lord. Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the very good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Yes, even the verdant blight can serve his purpose. In its tangled grass we find the opportunity to prove our faith, to clear the way for his truth to flourish. It is through this struggle that salvation is brought nearer. Take hope, for God never leaves his faithful alone. In the trials of the verdant blight he is with us, guiding our hand to prune away the poison and nurture the good. Philippians 1:6 promises us, he who began a good work in all you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. The blight may grow fierce, but so too does the faith of those who trust in him. Brothers and sisters, do not fear the verdant blight. Welcome it as the trial through which we grow closer to God's will. With his guidance, we will transform what seeks to harm into what brings life. Stand firm in faith, nurture your root in his word, and let no shadow overcome your light. Lord of trials and triumph, we thank you for the growth that comes through challenge. Teach us to see your purpose even in darkness, and strengthen us to rise above, glorifying you with every step. Amen.
Amen.
While the sermon is taking place, I'm scouring the room,
Okay.
looking for anybody who notices me and winking at them.
All right, you get a couple winks. All right, what do you do, Song of Ashes, during the sermon?
I'm just trying to get a feel for this this lady, because I know Elwyn just felt so insanely strongly about.
Were you still looking into the Were you still looking into the Umbra? Because you can do both at the same time.
Exactly. Of note, which I meant to tell Elwyn too, is this place was so filled with people in the physical world. In the Umbra, I see no one. I don't even see her.
You don't see her in the Umbra. But while she's giving the sermon, the punctuation, every time she punctuates, there's a beat. Like that green energy you see before, it's like a beat, almost like a heartbeat. So every time she speaks, it's a heartbeat and it's energy. It's as if it's feeding on the faith of the people in the room with you.
So the faith in just like the worm's corruption over these people is what feeds this possession that they have over this woman in the physical world? Okay. Perfect. I got you now.
Could he not see her bigger form that I saw from the Wednesday service?
No, because you were looking at something that you were... No.
Okay. I misunderstood. Okay.
No, you didn't misunderstood. I just think you're misunderstanding the situation.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to get a feel for the inside of this building, the outside of this building we have getting covered too. Like the whole thing, inside and out, Umbra, physical. We're trying to get a feel for every dimension of this story, and it's all getting pieced together here.
All right.
I keep muttering the words verdant blight to myself.
Okay.
Verdant blight. She keeps talking about this. And I lean over to Orion and I'm like, stop flirting with the parishioners.
I'm not flirting. They just recognize me.
Pete,
I will pray for them. Anyway, but Orion.
Oren, you are doing your thing out in the rear, putting up directional mics.
Yes, I'm hitting the glass. I'm only a couple because I know the church is going to be hard to hear, whatever, because it's church.
Yep.
But the big thing is to get it on her house out back.
Okay.
And because she's in there, I don't have to worry about her poking out.
Nope, you can probably take half to put them up.
And the other thing is, I want to see, is there snow on the ground yet or no?
Yes, there's snow on the ground.
I'll do the awareness widths or whatever you need me to. I want to see how many tracks are back and forth. If a lot of people go in, or if it's just her. That's the big thing.
Width plus awareness, difficulty 4.
Oh crap. Okay.
From where you are.
I don't know.
No, you can't tell from your vantage point. You'd have to get closer.
Oh, I'm not getting closer because I'm not going to add to the tracks.
All right, back into church. Wildcord, you're sitting in the toilet. You're under blissful ignorance. Elwyn Bell and Song of Ashes and Orion. She's continuing to the sermons continuing to go on and on and on. Eventually, they come down to communion time, and they invite everyone to step up to receive communion.
I
Say
stand and
typical
get
of
in
a
line.
church. Usually that's reserved for the believers.
Members only,
Yep.
unless something's up.
I stand and get in line to see exactly what they're serving.
All right, Elwyn, do you get in line?
I do get in line.
Song of Ashes, do you get in line?
I'm gonna kind of stand at the end of a row of the seats and act like I'm trying to find a way to get into the line while also not committing to this
Listen.
line.
All
the
right.
way that these dice have been for us, we need as many chances to find out what the fuck is in this cup.
All right, so Song of Ashes. I assume that you took your absinthe before you went to church. While you're sitting you are
yes.
sitting at the end
Thank
of the
you,
aisle,
yes.
at the end of the pew, you see off to your corner a little green fairy. Just out of the corner of your eye, mocking you. Just mocking you, calling you a filthy knigget, waving its fingers at you, sticking its tongue out, but you are being harassed by a green fairy.
All right.
And that fairy said, and I said, bitch.
That fairy's gonna get it.
All right, so the two of you in line, you finally make it up there. Orion went first. Sister, she offers you a wafer and wine.
Can I try to sense whether or not it's just a wafer and wine?
You are good. You want to test her intent? Okay, yes. You may give me a wits plus subterfuge versus her wits plus subterfuge.
So just 2.
Okay.
She's gonna own you.
She got a success.
Oh my god.
I think she won.
It seems like a okay. She's pretty good.
I just pretend to. Well, I eat the wafer and just pretend to drink the wine.
Okay, so you eat the wafer. All right.
Kind of hard to. I cheek it.
Cheek it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nerdwire. She looks at you. Oh, she's like, oh, hello, Mr. Bell.
Hello, Sister Bill.
Pleasure.
She doesn't know my last name.
She says, hello, Mr. Bell.
Oh wait, in my head I think she doesn't know my last name.
And he thought
differently.
Bitch.
Hello, Sister Bill.
Welcome back.
It is a pleasure to be back.
I didn't expect to see you so soon. May it go with
Well-
the grace of God and averted plight. She offers you the
Okay.
Eucharist. And
Thank you.
Then she offers you wine. Blood of Christ.
blood of Christ.
It's red wine, not very sweet.
And then I grab my wafer as well.
Yep.
With my mouth half full of the blood of Christ, and body of Christ.
Okay.
And I consume them, and I make my way back toward Orion.
And ass backwards Christian, are you? You don't take the wafer first?
Look, it was offered to me in reverse. I can't help it. But I make my way over to Orion, and I whisper to him as we're both shuffling back toward our pew. She knows my last name.
And I said, bitch.
I did not tell her my last name.
Wouldn't be the first time this has happened around here. How does she know you otherwise?
I came on Wednesday night. Did you forget? Look, okay, so she kind of cornered me. Seeing a new face on a Wednesday night, which is highly unusual just in general. But she cornered me. She caught me out in the cemetery, exploring. I don't know if she's aware of what I was doing out there. I was able to purify a portion of that cemetery. But I got up, went into the community center, had a beautiful lunch with a couple of people, Mike, Jeremy, and their wives. Got to know them pretty well. They're a little bit riled up. Everyone's skittish here.
One second, at some point, because everyone else is doing their praying thing, someone just kind of looks at you, is like,
I'm sorry.
And I look back at them and I go, shh.
And I tap Orion on the arm and I'm like, just give it a second. When she starts talking again, it'll get loud enough for me to be able to tell you the rest.
All right, she begins talking again, so you can tell her the rest. I just wanted to mess with you for a second.
So I'd lean in just a little bit closer and lower my voice even more. She cornered me as I was leaving. Asked me if I needed a ride. I tried to turn it down. She said she insisted. She had one of the bus drivers drive me to a local hotel that I told them I was staying at. I was not staying there. Clearly. I had Ashes come pick me up from there. I knew if I brought them back toward Oren's place, Oren would have an absolute crap fest. I don't know how she knows my last name.
Do you think something would have happened had you stayed at the hotel?
No, I didn't stay. But
No, I
I
know.
do think something would have happened if I had stayed. I didn't have the resources to do that. All I had was my bag with $20 in it. They were charging a little more than $20 a night there. Even with all the vacancies.
I mean, if they're being that generous, maybe we can use it to our advantage.
I pipe down. We listen to the rest of the service. Or what's coming up next.
Okay. She steps back up after Eucharist. Brothers and sisters, today I bring you a message of vigilance and purpose. For dark times are upon us. The enemy lurks in the shadows, wearing the skin of beasts, gnashing their teeth and rending the flesh of the innocent. There are wolves among us, my brothers and sisters, but not mere creatures of the forest. These wolves are not of God's creation, but are cursed abominations to defile his name. She pauses, scanning the crowd, her voice a balance of passion and controlled intensity. The Holy Word tells us, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Matthew 7:15. Let us not be deceived, for these wolves among us are not prophets, but harbingers of destruction. Their claws tear at the fabric of our society, their howls spread chaos, and their very existence mocks the Lord's divine plan. They threaten our homes, our children, and our sacred way of life. They are here in Lake Blackwater, but we are chosen of God, his faithful warriors in his battle between light and darkness. It is our duty to rise, not with fear, but with faith, and defend this land from their wickedness. God has armed us with righteousness, and he has delivered unto us the tools of his earth. Uh-oh. Yes.
And I said, bitch.
Just so you know, the fairy's not actually real. The fairy, it's an absinthe fairy.
But Ashes perceives that it is messing with
Yes.
Centinel.
So,
To be fair, when I saw Elwyn and Orion talking, I was gonna go over and ask them if they happen to maybe see this fucking fairy that I'm seeing.
while she's giving this sermon, but do not think of this battle of flesh and blood alone. A Song of Ashes, you see the fairy is like whispering into her ear, like licking her ear.
Oh, bitch!
The fairy is just messing with her, dry humping her face. But think not this is the battle of flesh and blood alone. No, my friends. This is the war for souls. These wolves, these garus, they whispered to call themselves. Serve as primal chaotic force that seeks to undo the balance of creation. Their fury, their rage, it's not righteous, but the corrupted, a tool of the adversary himself. Her eyes narrow, her tone sharp and commanding. You may wonder why us, why here, why now, because God has chosen this flock, this humble corner of his kingdom to be the vanguard of his justice. We are his instruments, his hunters, called to root out and destroy these beasts wherever they tread. The Lord has shown me these visions of their downfall, and he has blessed us with the means to carry out his will. She slams her hands down on the pulpit, her voice thundering. Steel your hearts, sharpen your blades, arm yourselves with holy fire. Let no one falter, for this is the work of the Almighty. He who brought down the walls of Jericho, who parted the Red Sea, will guide us in this fight against the wolves who dare defy his creation. Sister Beale leans forward while the fairy is floating around her head, doing lewd, terrible things to her that only Song of Ashes can see. When the wolves come, and they will come, let them find no mercy. Let them find no quarter. Let them find the righteous hand of God, wielded by his faithful servants. Together we shall purge the wickedness from the land. And when the final blow is struck and their howls of rage are silenced, we will know that we stood firm as warriors of the Lord of God, as we have before.
I want to know how many people got up and walked out while she was spouting this bullshit.
A good about 20 to 25 people.
It's not enough.
You just want to rip through 125 people right now? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, these are the ones that are convinced.
Or just don't know what to do.
I have Spirit of the Fray now. It could work.
or they don't know what to do and they're in stunned silence.
Yeah.
I look over at Ashes and he's blinking his eyes real hard and looking around everywhere, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey man, do you not see this little green fairy thing that's dry humping this lady right now?
First off, we're in the Lord's house. Second off,
Did you not say humping?
What is?
That's best way to describe what I am seeing right now.
what did you do before we came in here?
It's been a bit of a dry day for me. I might just be seeing things potentially.
I gave him a copy of one of my videos.
Me and Orion
into
get out.
the church?
No, beforehand.
Oh, I thought you were saying I handed him one right in the middle of the service.
While you guys are having this discussion, a silver collection plate is passed between you.
Rob the collection plate.
And it's full. It's full. The collection plate is full.
You can't.
I'm just gonna pass it along.
Okay.
I reach in my pocket for a couple of quarters and I throw them in the top.
As he hands it to me, I accidentally drop it.
Okay.
Butterfingers.
All right. So you drop it.
I was expecting him to leave a Magnum condom in it or something.
All right. So you drop the plate. Just money splashes everywhere.
Oh, well, yeah, I use it as a distraction if anybody wants to or needs to do anything at the moment.
Yep. Anybody want to do anything while he has caused a distraction?
I stand up and walk my way to the bathroom.
Okay.
Ah, a glory hole.
An invisible glory hole.
All right. Anyone else do anything?
All holes in churches are glory holes. Am I wrong?
I'm just kind of gonna hang around right now until everyone starts dispersing.
You're a certain kind of wrong, but you're also totally right.
All right. Eventually, everyone the service wraps up, and people begin leaving. Elwyn, you went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
What are you looking? Who are you looking for?
I went to the bathroom and I am telling Toasty, Wildcord. My apologies. Telling Wildcord, sermon's up. Stay here. We won't be going far. I exit the bathroom after relieving myself and then standing in there for an extra 30 seconds to make sure everyone knows that I washed my hands, and then then proceed to walk back toward the foyer where
But to
I
be
see.
but to be clear, you don't actually wash your hands.
No, I don't.
Also,
I just sit there.
knowing that
Make
this
sure
is
people
just a church bathroom, are we assuming one toilet in there only?
Yes.
Small room?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing that Toasty is invisible, is there any type of check that they might have to roll for him to not piss or get any splash on Wildcord?
Give me a dexterity plus athletics.
I'm assuming he's in the corner.
I just had him stand on the tank. He just stood up on the tank of the toilet. It's like, I've really got to go,
He's
dude. You got to move.
He's been
This
doing a
server
lot of
scared
meat-
the piss out of me.
If there was only one can, I definitely wasn't standing there.
He's been doing a lot of meat gazing.
I was smart. I hid in the ladies' room.
In the ladies' room, exactly. Still lots of meat gazing. All right, so the sermon is over. I mean, the service is over. Not the sermon. The sermon's been over. The service is over, and everyone starts to leave. Everyone's talking a little bit. They're a little like, yeah, well, we did have what happened on last Saturday. You know, we do got to be careful. I don't think she's too wrong. And you remember about, so I mean, she's not too far off, right? One people are just like, she's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, they're angry at us because we're Guru and we're ripping shit up, but we're ripping shit up because there's something here that's dangerous to them too. We have to expose that. He
Can
says, totally meta.
Can I approach any one of the people who seem to recognize me from earlier?
Absolutely.
Okay. Just kind of casually walking up.
Oh my God, it's Orion Long. I can't believe it. I watch you like every night on my
hey.
phone. Oh! I'm stuck, Steph, bro. I'm stuck.
Always happy to meet a fan. Hey, I don't normally frequent these types of places, as I'm
Really?
sure you can imagine. Yeah, I mean, draws too much attention, if you know what I mean. But things seem a little off here. What was this mention of verdant blight that this lady was spewing?
It's so she's been going on about that for more than 10 years now. Just about 10 years now. Yeah,
10 years. Wow.
2010's when she got here. She's just a real environmentalist. That's what she cares about. She wants us out there purging the old stuff. You make room for the new growth. You know, that kind of stuff. I don't know what all this werewolf talk is, but what happened last Saturday has got everyone spooked. She might have just be hitting the schnapps or something for all we know.
Now, when you say purge, what exactly do you mean?
Well, I mean, I work at the lumberyard, so we cut down all the old tree growth and stuff. We cut down the old trees, and we make room for the new ones. And if we had it our way, we just cut down all the trees. There'd be nothing left there, and then we could just grow whatever we wanted to. All that mentioned.
Oh, you work at the lumberyard?
Yeah.
I've heard about the lumberyard. Pretty cool place to work. You been there long?
I've been there a couple of years. Just recently went back after all the migrants got fired, but I got rehired. I mean, I took a pay cut to go back, but
notice anything weird?
nothing more than usual.
What's usual?
You know, people get hurt from time to time. Sometimes,
Okay.
you know, people fall off trees.
Hey, I know this is real weird, but I'm really awestruck by what you do. It's always interested in me. You wouldn't mind showing me around sometime, would you?
Oh, I can't do that. It's private property.
I know, but you wouldn't be willing to do a favor for your favorite star?
Give me a wits plus persuasion check.
It's just 2.
You get to add. You get to add 2 because of your fame. You do get to add 2, but you got rage dice in there too.
Okay. So, all right.
One success.
I run over because I was already on my way back from the bathroom to try to meet up with him,
Yep.
and I run over and I say, "Hey, I couldn't help but notice you guys talking about maybe going out to the Midnight Timberworks, and I know you said it's a little bit of a private property situation, but Orion here, you do him a favor, maybe he'll do you one."
Well, I do like
Any
some.
other any other famous ladies that you'd like to meet, or men?
He blushes for a second. He goes, "Yeah, well, I'll think about it." Pushes his glasses back up.
You just offered a nerd a date with a porn star.
I basically just pimped out Orion in the church. This is so against my character's guilty conscience. There's so much guilt going to be going on here.
Oh,
Give me your wits, your manipulation plus persuasion.
7. All right.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, you take half.
Okay, I'm taking half.
All right. Jesus Christ. All right. He goes, "Okay. All right. You don't have to get me a date with anybody, but I'll see what I can do about getting you in. It'll give me a couple days. It'll take me a while. It's not like I'm a high up in there. I'm going to have to sneak you in there on my lunch or something."
Whatever it takes. Appreciate you.
All right. He just how do I reach
Oh.
you?
And hey, if we could keep this between us, obviously, if you're, doing something you shouldn't. I assume I have a cell phone,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'll just give him my number.
Okay.
now you can sext with this church guy.
He
Yeah.
walks away, and I look over at Orion, and I'm like, "What's your plan there, dude?"
I don't know, but it's a way in without,
During the daytime hours.
Yeah, but if it's just me going to investigate, or myself and a friend,
That's fair.
you have the ability to look into the Umbra, so you can come with. You'd be my +1.
I'll go with you. If anything, you need someone to protect you.
Also, we don't know whether or not he's going to come through, so.
All right. I need you to make a wits plus subterfuge roll, Wildwood. Sister Beale is looking at you, and I want to see if she sees through your clever disguise of a
You're
COVID
muted.
mask.
That was wits and subterfuge.
No, I'm
No,
sorry.
wits-
No, manipulation plus subterfuge.
Manipulation is subterfuge. Manipulation is at 3. Subterfuge is a 1, so 4.
Okay.
And let me get the dice thing up. No, I have it here somewhere.
Is this going against hers?
And
Yes.
that's 2 rage dice.
Oh, God.
2 and 2 then.
Yep. 2 successes.
What?
1 success.
All those
Oh,
dice in one,
One success. Wow. She does not.
Well,
She
I'm
should.
glad these dice aren't just shit to us.
I should have just taken half. She does not see through your disguise, and just her eyes stop on you for half a second, and then move on.
Bitch.
All right, guys, we're gonna take 10 here because I really got to go to the bathroom.
That's cool.
All right, COVID mask OP.
Yup.
All right, go stretch, go do what you gotta
RGB
do.
mask for the win.
We'll be back in
Very
roughly 10ish minutes, guys.
Don't go anywhere. We
I'm
need
gonna
to
get
see where
famous.
this goes. Poor Wild Cord stuck in the bathroom. Yeah, I gotta value their lives.
All right, so we're just waiting for. Oh, Wildwood turned young again.
It's childwood.
Wildwood is so young. I need to get his face cream, man. That is
Instead of Song of Ashes, it's Lullaby of Ashes.
With his headset on and everything. Demonetized.
That's dude that my kid comes in here without pants on and he constantly leaves screaming demonetized during my streams and I'm like stop.
God. That is horrible and wonderful at the same
Yeah.
time.
I'm like, what are you trying to do? Get me banned on Twitch for showing kids in their underwear?
Haggard, before you become Orion again, what are you drinking?
It is Paradox Kolsch Affair. It's a peach Kolsch.
Ooh, I've never had a peach Kolsch. That could be tasty.
It's good.
Is it sweet or is it mellow? How much peach?
No, it's very light on the peach.
Nice. I'm going to give that a
Very
try.
heavy on the Colch.
Yeah, it's from North Hudson, Paradox, so should be able to get it.
We're still missing Wildcord, or he has went invisible actually on stream.
Yep.
Blissful ignorance.
I'll go down to Albany Beverage and see if they can find it. They'll find almost anything. They can't have it already, they'll order it. They're great for that.
You demand more mead, huh? I might do a little drinking myself. I got nothing going on tomorrow. Whew. All right, we'll get started as soon as Toasty gets back. Everyone's having a good time so far. How about the audience? Anyone have any thoughts? You got any Let's do a prediction. I never do predictions. I never have people here. Let's do a prediction.
Oh, that's bullcrap. You got people here.
All
You
right.
got people
What
here.
are we predicting?
What are we? Not people?
Will there be battle tonight? Will there be battle?
Will there be battle? You want to predict that? I can sway that prediction right now. Let's go.
Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on,
kinda
Daddy
why I was like,
DeVito.
I just-
Started blasting.
I just
anyway.
end up in the church and change.
I started throwing grenades in the parking lot.
There's a quick way to make this happen. I could just do a wild card.
Those poor innocents.
Sure would be nice if we had some grenades right now.
Just pull it out of your prison pocket of holding. It'll be fine.
Oh, what a lovey.
Mm-hmm.
Cast 500-kilogram bomb.
Baby Haggy.
Song and Lullaby of Ashes over there.
I flipped my headphone inside out so you can hear for a second.
Hold that. Song and Nursery Rhyme of Ashes. Better. That's better.
All right, so we are back. So where we were, Toasty's in the bathroom under blissful ignorance. Orin Dustwalker is across the street, watching people leave at this point. Ryan Long and Elwood Bell have just spoken to, we didn't even name him, some dude.
Nope. Some dude.
And Wildwood is still observing the Green Fairy doing stuff to Sister Beale. And he just had his COVID mask of doom save his identity. All right. So, what do we want to do from here, guys?
I want to hear what's going on with Wildcord since the service has ended.
I take it upon myself to exit the building.
Okay.
And Orin is relatively close, right?
I would be in a nearby business across the way after my job was done. Like, you know what? Probably I told you all to meet me at the diner after you're done.
Okay. I head to him to fill him in on the events of what we witnessed at the service. And that Wildcord is hanging back. And that Song of Ashes is dripping balls. Just
He
in
is
case he
dripping those
decides
balls.
to call an audible of some kind.
I take it upon myself to go with them because
I was gonna say I let you guys know that that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I don't, because I don't think Song of Ashes should be left unsupervised.
No, I'm with you. I tell Orion, I'm like, I don't want to get caught out here again and offered another ride, and I don't necessarily need Sister Bill knowing any more about me beyond my last name. That I'm with you guys. So let's quickly make our way across the street.
Hold on, I want to make a quick check real quick. I need you. I think I need.
I want to use my sharpened senses to look around and see if I'm being watched.
Yes, we'll get to that in a second, but I think you're going to need to make a test for me. 1 second.
Okay.
Sister Beale is doing something. I just need to make sure I'm doing it right.
Y'all are gonna bring her right to me. I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna be mad.
As he's looking that up, I'm looking at Orion as well, and I'm frustrated with myself, and I'm frustrated with the choice that he kind of left me, having to save him there and negotiate our way back into the Timberworks. But I'm mostly grossed out by my behavior that I had in a place that I still respect. And I say to Orion, I never want to be put back into a place where I have to defile the church more than Sister Bill and the rest of that congregation ever has. That made me feel terrible, pimping you out to that guy. What is that?
Okay. All right. Just making a check for something.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are leaving the church. Just only probably about maybe 10 people left in there, including Sister Beale, as you're leaving. Who's staying in the church?
Well, Wildcourt has no choice. He's on mute, by the way.
He's on, yeah, Wildcourt's on mute.
He's like, fuck.
I'm staying in the church until there's almost nobody there.
Okay. Song of Ashes, you left the church, I take it?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna.
think we kind of drug him out because he's tripping balls, right?
I'm just gonna kind of be moseying out with the guys that are playing on leaving, and I slightly tripping balls.
All right. So do you all go meet up at the diner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Was that across the street, Oren?
Dude, just down the way. It should be.
Okay,
It's on the
okay.
same road, right?
Within.
I would be at a close business that would make sense to be at.
Do we
If
get
it's
in our
across
vehicle?
town, I would not have gone there.
Okay. So I recommend before we actually arrive where Oren is, I recommend that we go get in the vehicle and move it out of the parking lot. We don't want to leave our vehicle there.
All right, Toasty. What are you doing?
All right, I'm going to use my skill in investigation to essentially break into her office and go through her shit.
All right. I want you to give me a dexterity plus larceny check to break into her office. Difficulty 3.
Sorry, larceny and dex?
Yes, larceny and dex.
Right?
The vehicle, our 7th party member.
Yeah, we don't need to lose that again. We've got money. I just don't want to have to keep spending it.
Hey, I protected my truck very nicely.
All right.
Destroy that van.
You've done a great job keeping that truck safe. Yeah, that van, my poor van.
All right. You don't have any. You have tools with you, obviously. Your lockpicking tools, but you can't seem to get into the lock. You can try again before you get caught.
Sure, why not?
Try again.
These fucking dice.
You had
Why do we keep
those?
Why do we keep leaving Toasty alone to do jobs?
He was the
you
sneakiest one, and
I
Oren
had
didn't
no
come
input
in.
on that.
Oren didn't come in, and he was the sneakiest one.
You're still struggling with the lock, and you're unable to break it.
All right.
As you're about to try again, you hear a voice coming down the hallway.
Strength check to push through the door.
What's your strength?
I spent 15 XP. It's now 3.
It's now 3. Strength plus
Ooh.
athletics.
A strong nerd.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's still only 4, but
Two
better than nothing.
Yep. You don't even need to roll. You only needed two difficulty. So if you don't need to roll, you push through it. You break through the door. All right. But you remember, so we're hearing voices as you were. You sure you want to do that? Because you heard voices coming down the hallway.
I'm just trying to push through the lock,
He's
Okay.
committed.
not kick through it.
All
But
right.
we'll see.
All right. You get through. All right. I want to see if someone hears it. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they're going to hear it. Difficulty of 6.
You just kind of do like a cough when you fart kind of thing.
Probably.
Lock shoots through the
Roll
door.
your dexterity plus stealth, Toasty.
Failure roll, he shits his pants.
I will.
Toast, you better not come back to the van with his pants all shit. I'm gonna be so pissed at this new van. God damn it.
That
All
looks
right.
good.
It's a tie. Nothing. Tie goes to you. Okay.
Okay.
So you-
And that's the same roll as going back into blissful ignorance, which I do.
All right. You go right into blissful ignorance. Okay. So you're standing there.
So
In the doorway or in the room?
The door's been broken open. I'm hiding in the room.
Okay.
All right. You hear what? You hear a woman's voice. You hear, what is going on? She sees the door. Who is in here? She flings open the door because it's clearly not off its hinges, but the lock's been busted open. So who's here? She looks around. She's like, this is okay. She is a woman. She's dressed in a orange sweater, blue jeans, because you didn't really get the chance to see her because you went to the bathroom almost right away, with shoulder-length brown hair. And she reaches into her back pocket and she pulls out, looks like a switchblade. And she flicks it open. And she's looking around. She goes, who's here? She's looking around. She can't see anybody. She doesn't see Toasty. She doesn't see anybody. She looks around. All right, I gotta check blissful ignorance real quick. I gotta look at something because I think there's a test to see you if she's actively looking.
There is.
Yes.
Watch as she looks in both directions before she rips ass.
She has to do a perception plus alertness roll against my 3 successes.
All right. So against your 3 successes.
You're gonna get stabbed.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no.
She stops.
Chill.
She goes, who are you? She's looking right at you.
I'm just the boy.
I am one of the Garu you were talking about.
Oh, okay. All right. So she's going to try to stab you with her.
Why would you lead with that?
Because I'm about to use stare down on her and try and freeze her in place.
All right.
Haggard's gone. He just left.
I love it. Let me get the stare down. Hold on a second.
I have to look it up.
This is what happens when Plan A fails.
You asked.
Oh my god.
All right, I get to roll charisma plus intimidation.
Yes.
That's
Charisma plus
like for-
honor, isn't it?
Versus her composure and resolve. It's charisma plus honor versus her composure and resolve. She has
I must be reading the wrong book then.
Yep, page 147. 1 rage check. So you have to make a rage check first. Then you make a charisma plus honor versus composure plus resolve check. So make your rage check first. So roll one rage die. See if you keep your rage.
Yeah, it's charisma plus honor.
You lose rage. All right, so roll your charisma plus honor, and keep your rage dice in there. You're down to 1 rage.
I'm having trouble finding honor on my sheet.
It's next to glory and wisdom.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Oh, okay, there we go.
Um,
I got 2 of that and 3 of that, so 5.
And 1 rage dice.
So 1 rage dice in that or on top
yes,
of that?
in that.
In that. It substitutes 1 of your dice.
Okay.
At least you won't brutally fail.
Yeah.
3 successes. Not bad. Versus a resolve and composure of 6. It's not bad. It does not work. She attempts to stab you. All right. So you're going to make a dexterity plus athletics check versus her melee plus brawl check, which is only a 4.
Okay.
We left Toasty sitting in the bathroom doing nothing for the entire last hour and a half, and now he's in a battle on his own.
He's in a battle with a priest.
Now I'm fighting a nun. All right. All right, I got 3 dice for that.
All right, she's got 4. Roll it. Remember, you have 1 rage dice in there.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Okay, so she manages to stab you for 3 lethal damage. It's cut in half, rolled up. Take 1 superficial damage as you get pricked by a switchblade. I'll mark that down on here for wild cord. Okay. Now what do you do, wild cord? You took damage, so you get your rage back.
Jump out a fucking window or something. Jesus.
Completely raged the fuck out on her?
You're going to go Krenos?
Pretty much.
Okay.
You hope.
All
I'm gonna
right.
try.
All right, so make 2 rage checks. All right, so you do lose 1 rage, but you do go to Krenos. Okay, first things first, she does not freak out.
Was not expecting her to freak out.
You're out of rage now, aren't you?
No, he's got 1 rage left.
Was he at 3?
No, he's at 0. Oh, that's right, you do not go Krenos. Because you
Yeah.
lost a rage. That's right, you have lost the wolf. The moon is not out, so you can't howl at it. So you tried to change form.
Prediction's screwed.
It did not work.
Get your hand and throw it at her.
Oh, they just gave you a rage.
Thank you.
All right, so I just die.
You don't die. How do you die?
Well, without switching to wolf, I have no combat ability other than brawl 1.
You can run away.
You say run. You just need to bail.
Escape.
By the way, just given what I known about wild cord,
Wild card is accurate,
at this
too.
point, I'm gonna have the van started up just because I know he's got himself into trouble. It's just been too long. At this point, he's either ripped a box off of some wall or got in a fight with a nun.
You were just given a point of rage by a chatter for 500 channel points. So you
Shreyan.
you have rage again.
Okay, so now I actually do switch to Krenos.
All right. Well, no, you don't. You don't switch to Krenos. You just let them make your rage checks. This is what happened to Haggard on the first time he went to Krenos. Maybe don't go to Krenos. Maybe go to like Hispo or Glabro, so you don't lose. Well, you can lose. You can lose the wolf again. Maybe don't shift forces and maybe get out of there.
Run.
Maybe
I
don't, but knowing wild cord. Maybe.
Well, no, I can't just run. That's not allowed. I've just gotten stabbed. I have to hit her back in some way. Those are the
You don't
rules.
have to.
He entered battle, but he's not in Krenos, so he doesn't have to because
I don't have
he
to
won't
kill
lose his
her, but I
rage,
have
right?
to hit her. That's just
It's just what he's
my,
got
my
to do.
character has rules.
That's what he's got to do. You can shift. Okay, I would try shifting to maybe Glabro then, and you get a +2 to your strength.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try that.
All right, so make a rage check. So 1 die.
Yeah, I'm just
Yep.
fighting the interface.
All right, you do not shift. You lose the wolf. So, but you still try to punch her. So roll your strength plus brawl versus her.
Fucking hell.
And she's got 2 dice to try to dodge it. This is not like what we call an MMA fight.
Oh my god. Are we about to lose Wildcord? Because he can't.
Probably. Probably.
No.
Now maybe she'll take him hostage. Do
Can
weird
I-
nun shit to him.
Can I use sight from beyond to see something
All right,
going
how many
on right
successes
now?
did you get, Toasty? I didn't see.
One.
One, you didn't. Oh, one. So okay, you punch her. You actually hit her, and you do superficial damage to her. You have hit her because she got
You
zero.
punched a nun. Congrats.
You punched a nun in the face.
Great. Now I can run away.
Now you can run away.
Thank God.
All right.
Yes, God is who we should thank here.
Okay, so you run away. She's like, "Stop! Help! Help! Thief! Thief!"
I don't even manage to steal anything.
All right, so Toasty comes, not Toasty, Wildcord comes running out of the church. Sister Claire is running up behind him, waving a switchblade. Stop him! Stop him! Guru! Guru!
I'm gonna get the van moving with the side door slid open.
Okay, so the van's there, doors open.
Where have they
That's some
got
timing. We
yet?
have no
Like,
clue
what-
anything's going on. We've
what's
been
going on
over.
here?
We've been over at the diner with Oren.
All right, yeah, you guys do
Whoa.
it. Yes.
We didn't know anything bad was going on, and we didn't know how long it was going to take Wildcord. We were waiting for communication.
Yeah. Like, what do we know, if anything?
We're still
yes,
at the diner, waiting
he
for
could've
him to get
started
back
out
there
by-
safely.
Yeah, he could have let us know that he was doing this whole thing.
But he didn't yet, so
I let you know beforehand that I was going to be doing something.
yep.
I did not
We
expect
gotta be more specific.
to be caught by the big bad, and for her to be dramatically better in combat than I am, and for me to
Dramatically?
completely fail to go to the wolf.
She had 4 dice for combat. Dramatically better.
Oh my god.
It was rough. That was rough.
So, how far away is the diner from here?
So I'm perfectly happy if this character
You're the one
dies
who
because
decided
there's
that.
absolutely nothing it's good at.
But
I've
you
made the worst character ever, so that's fine.
no. You made a good character.
All right, just down the block, Pete.
Okay. So, can he outrun her?
Oh yeah,
Or are we-
for sure. I'm sure he's got better death
Yeah,
athletics.
just
she's
a
a
nun.
full little old lady. She just has high dice rolls.
Okay.
Does she have
4.
any? Did she get anyone else?
said 4.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Four is high to a person with 1. Leave him alone. Did she get anybody to follow Wildcord when she was calling out?
I was actually getting there because we were interrupted by the van that's not really there.
Okay.
But a couple people
Oh.
do start chasing behind Wildcord, mostly out of confusion because the sister's telling them to get him, so they're just doing it. But he's outpacing them. He's running, but he's outpacing them.
And I mean, as far as they can see, it's just a regular guy.
It's just a regular guy, exactly. Yeah,
How
actually,
many times has Wildcord just been sprinting away from the scene of a crime?
It's like the third time.
Every single session.
I need to learn my lesson. No, send him in there. That was a mistake. I'm sorry, Wildcord.
I need to not try to do things.
I mean, didn't I say this right before he tried to do it? We need to stop letting him do
exactly.
shit.
She is waving a bloody knife around, saying, "Call the police," because she did manage to stab him. Literally, it was not silver though, so it heals. You're healed already. I mean, you literally healed immediately.
You're also not vulnerable to silver in human form.
Right, but you heal immediately anyway because it's just superficial damage. It's more of ego bruising than anything that you got stabbed by a nun. But you did punch her, so she deserved it. She's got a black eye. All right.
He said, "Bitch."
So you know where to meet everybody. Are you running to the location?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to not to the cabin, but to a neutral meetup point.
All right. So you guys are at the diner, and you see Wildcord running down the street.
With 4 crazy nuns behind him.
No, there's no nuns behind
I see
him.
him running down the street. I put $20 on the table, and I go out the back door of the diner. I look at all of you. I don't know who the hell you are, and I leave through the back door.
paranoid.
You're fucking stupid, and I walk away. He better not come in here. And I walk out the back door.
And you find me hiding by the dumpster.
I
I
look at
stand
you.
up, I chase Orin down. And I grab him by the arm and I'm like, Orin, we're a pack.
You're making a scene. Do none of you know how to be subtle? Walk to the van. Go. We'll find him in a little bit. I'm sure if he's running down the street like that, somebody's behind him. Go away.
They
And I
actually-
say it firmly while peeling fingers off of my arm. And if you resist, I will break them.
I go in the opposite direction of Elwyn and Orin and look for Wildcord.
We've already suffered. You can see he is bloody right now by himself.
No, he ran past. We did not see that. We just saw him screaming and running.
He's
I'm
not
leading
not
out the
bloody.
back
He's
door.
bleeding.
He's not
Yeah,
bleeding.
I ran past to get to the dumpster set
I'm
back where I'm
going out the
hiding.
back
Yeah, he's not-
before you're using knowledge you don't have yet.
He's not
I see
bleeding.
him screaming.
He's not bleeding.
I'm going
He's not bleeding. He's already healed.
He's already healed.
He's not
there-
bleeding.
there
he's
may be
already healed?
blood.
Okay, never mind. Okay, let's back
There
that
may
up
be
then.
blood on his
I'm
clothes.
leaving the scene because we're not supposed to let people know what we are, and y'all are letting everybody know what we are. Y'all are making my paranoia go through the roof.
I reluctantly let go.
Crouched at the start.
And I'm just like, slowly, and make sure no one finds out where it's at. I'll see you in a couple of hours. And if he's out back, I will find him, see him. Oh, he's got a hole in his shirt. I hand him my coat. Hey, Ford, go a couple blocks that way. I'm going to get the truck. Wait for me. I'll go out front, get my truck, pull around, grab him and only him, and then we're leaving. I'm bringing him to the house.
Where was my ride?
As soon as I get in the truck with you, I'm going to figure it out. But until then, no scenes, no nothing. I'm calmly picking it. And this is all slow, methodical walk. I'm not rushing. I'm not yelling. Everything is calm and composed with a composure of 4.
All right. Ever Dave stopped running after Wildcord. Dave stopped looking for him. And they went back to the church.
I'm like looking around like, my God, like, I don't know what happened once I picked you up. I'm like, what in the we're in the truck. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Then I start freaking out a little bit.
It's not his fault.
I don't know.
Nun's
I
got some
don't have a
mojo.
clue.
Nun's got mojo.
I was.
She has 4 dice of mojo.
She saw through my Garu abilities and stabbed me. I don't know. I'm supposed to be invisible to most people, but I'm doing that, and she just walked right through it.
Are you okay? Was it silver?
No, I think she's just a bit of a punk and had a switchblade, but
Here, I'm driving. I'm not supposed to use this. I hand you my phone. Call Song of Ashes. Let him know. Hopefully he can get everybody else back.
There she is.
Slowly and calmly, but not. Nobody cause a scene. There's too much going on right now.
yeah,
Give him a call.
I just text them
That'll work too.
All right.
quietly, because yeah.
So
Why is your point of contact the fucking addict in our group?
The one who is spazzing currently. But Orin didn't know that.
So,
Not yet.
all right. So a few hours pass, and you guys meet back up in Orin's cabin. All right. That's where we're going. Okay.
After I got there, I'm gonna set up some of the cameras I have set up. I'm putting them on property this time. I'm setting up like cameras at the house to look out and make sure nobody's coming down the road and shit. Paranoia's getting worse.
Okay. For your paranoia's sake, give me a wits plus awareness check.
Okay.
Because you are constantly scanning the horizon.
Oh, that was almost scary as hell. I think it was hovering on freaking brutal failure.
So as you're driving to the cabin and you set up all your cameras, you're constantly scanning the horizon. Nothing sticks out to you. It calms you down slightly. That there's nothing immediately there. Wildcord, on your way there, you're completely healed. But you didn't. That nun had some mojo. That's something that you can be pretty certain about. She had some mojo. She saw right through it. I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad about that. Your dice don't like you very much, but your character's very good. He's been very successful in other things.
You've been put into combat scenarios, and your character's not a combat character necessarily.
I'm utterly useless in combat almost.
Hey, at least you got away.
Yep.
All right, so everyone meets back up at Oren's cabin. Oren, you set up the cameras. I assume you're taking half.
Oh yeah, for the tech, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I do.
All right. So you set up your cameras. You do all your work. Everyone finally arrives back. What do you guys do?
Once we get there, I'll be like, hey, now that we're here, we can go and listen to these, and I'll set up the VPN firewalled all that stuff so they can't listen in on the mics, which I couldn't do from like a cell phone or something. So we'll turn the mics on and see what we can hear. But I couldn't
Before
do
we
that.
do that, we need to talk, Warren. Just you and me.
Okay.
Wildcord is sulking.
I'll hand you whatever you need. I'll give you a new shirt. Whatever. Take it. Elvin. What's going on? Everything is going wrong, and everyone goes overboard.
Dude,
And you can see I'm looking around like nobody's business. Like, too much attention. People running down the road. People screaming.
I get it. And I understand. And I get not wanting to have eyes on you constantly. Especially when you're people like us. And at this point, I'm using that term loosely, people. But what I can tell you is that your paranoia, as careful as you are, is doing us no favors either. You're setting up information for us, and that's great. And that's awesome. But the best of us to go in there and search that place was too afraid to go in. And so I was stuck with Wildcord, who was wildly not prepared for what he had to go up against. As much as it's my fault for sending him in there, it's your fault for not coming with us.
Hold on a second. What did I talk about before we even left our cairn? Before we even left the island? Having a plan. You went in there without a fucking plan.
I get
I
it,
will
but you can
not
be as much
be
a part of that
going
as I am.
Anywhere without a fucking plan anymore. You
Help
can
me.
kiss my hairy ass. I'm not doing it because that's what's going to get us all fucking killed.
I'm asking you to help me.
I overhear this argument and interject.
Loud.
I put my hand on the door
Yeah, hold
to
up.
keep Orion from coming in.
Oh,
Okay, I guess I'm pushing the fucking door open then, huh?
Easily.
Do I even need to roll at this point?
No, you don't. I have. What do I have? One strength. I know you're coming through that.
Also,
a
I'm
message.
I'm here to back you up, by the way.
Oh, okay. Push it in then.
So I show up to interject, and explained that even when we've had a plan, the last 2 times, Oren has distanced himself from the group and stayed outside to tinker or wait and see what's going to happen, and he's never there when shit goes down.
We need you there, Oren. We need you as a part of this pack.
Plan or no?
Where the fuck was my ride? Wildcord pipes up from the distance.
You
His
shut up.
sulk.
Go sulk in your corner.
Yeah, go lick your
He has
wounds.
left his corner. He's yelling from the other room.
Alright, come, buddy.
I'll be there to do the job when we know what it's going to be. When you're like, oh, we're going to go to a bar. We're going to grab this guy when hundreds of regular people around. How are we going to do that?
And you hear us yelled from the other room, fucking bitch, stab me!
Wah.
You know what? Whatever, Warren. You don't want to be a part of this pack. I get it. You don't want to support us. I get it. I know that you've given us everything. This roof over our heads right now, the clothes that Wildcord has on his back, but it is so much more than material things. We need your presence, and we need you to help us make a plan, because I sure as heck don't see you speaking up when it's time to talk about plans. All you're doing is asking about what is the plan. Won't you help me define that for once? Step up with me.
I'm trying to figure that out. How long have you been a werewolf? I don't know. I've been one for about 3 months. I don't know how to fight a spirit. I'm trying to figure out how to fight a spirit. I'm not going to pull it out of my ass.
Sneaky? You know how to be sneaky.
You're not going to be sneaky walking into a building filled with 300 fucking people. I don't care how sneaky you are. That's just stupid.
You know what? Let's shelve the whole plan talk for a second. And let's talk about you, Orin, because I sure as heck don't know a thing about you. Tell me about you.
What would you like to know?
Well, first off, the only thing I do know is you have a stalker. Why?
I don't know why the hell she's my stalker. Or was. Because you freaking killed her.
What
All
did
I know
you
is-
do to get there?
Gee.
It
before I
seemed like
was a
she's known
werewolf,
you for a while.
I was really good at blowing shit up.
For who?
For a long time, the United States government. And then I decided to stop that job because I've seen a thing or two, and they're really fucked up about it. Hence the paranoia. They taught me how to do it well. I can take that thing under the sink and that thing under the sink and mix it together and make something that goes boom. Or I can take those two things, put those together, and make something that'll take a human, knock them on their fucking ass.
Who gave you the plan when you made those decisions while you were in the military?
People that was do what you say or you get shot. Hence, I don't do that anymore.
Seems like the person who is most capable of doing this job with us is refusing to do it with us, though. And that's all I'm saying.
I'm not refusing to do a damn thing. I'm refusing to do a damn thing blind anymore. And every time I try to figure something out, I can't figure something out because the mayor is 10 steps fucking ahead of us. This crazy bitch that just stabbed the fuck out of Wildcord is not a human. He's like, oh, she got good. No, she's got some shit
I
going
knew
on.
she
She's got
wasn't a human.
Well, guess
I
what?
told everyone she's not a
And
human.
you left him in there alone. Whose fucking fault is that?
I thought he could be stealthier than he was. That's
You
my
only try to
fault.
figure out things on your own, and then you chastise us when shit goes wrong.
Because you don't let me take the time to figure things out. I'm
How much
telling
time do
I've
you
gotta
need? Because we don't have that much time. She's rallying an entire city against us, and Mayor Hayes is right at the forefront of all of that as well, providing her with the resources and the power that she needs. But you know what? You know what, Orin? I'm done with this conversation. My Elwyn's anger gets so out of hand right then and there that I throw up double middle fingers at him. I walk out the door, and I slam it behind me, leaving Orion and Orin in the room alone.
Okay, everyone take a rage point.
You're welcome. I'm trying to get Toasty some rage.
No, don't make a rage check. Just take a rage point.
No, just take a rage.
Oh, add a rage. Okay.
Add a rage. Everyone's angry.
No, Orin. AKA
Everyone in that
Pete-
room, or like everyone in earshot of that.
Pete and Repeat, I love you. Thank you for role
That
playing
was
with me.
wonderful. That was fucking, that was
That
awesome.
was great.
I was about to, before you didn't do that, you were about to get kicked in the dick, by the way. Like your character was about to actually get kicked in the furry dick.
It's fair.
How do you know how
But
free this dick
after
is?
all that crap, I walk over and I look at the freaking computer because I want to listen to the mics that have got set up. I want to know if they're actually giving us any information. 'Cause I'm sure she's pissed. Are they?
You've got the mic set up. You don't hear anything directly coming from the church at this moment. Not right now. You don't hear anything coming from the church.
Wildcord comes out of his sulk to silently shoulder surf you.
What about her house?
Her house, you hear her talking to the sheriff, talking about how there was an intruder in the church, how she stabbed him, how she's got the blood, and they can do DNA or whatever they need to do. She's just giving him all these wild things, and he's like, okay, we'll be down there. We'll come take a statement. keep any.
Standing there listening to this, I say, great, another waste of time. I point at Aura and say, you need to sort your shit. Either you're a part of this pack or you're not. And I walk out the door.
I'll let him walk out the door because I don't care. I look over at you, Cord, because you're here listening. I'm just like, did they just want me to burn down the damn church? Because I got that stuff, and I poured over to one of the workshop benches that's got a tarp on it. And it's like, it's right there.
No.
Is that what they want? Do they want a crater? I'll make a fucking crater.
You want time to plan. That's not what they have a problem with. They want you to let them in on the planning. That's what they're saying. That's all
Found
they're
out
saying.
everything that was going on at the freaking Timberworks after we sorted it out. It took a week. You got to listen to freaking a week worth of damn tapes. They expect it instantaneously because they got their heads so far up their asses. They expect it now. Now. I want it now.
Yeah, nobody wants anything now. I was just trying to sneak into an office to get documents, not expecting her to bust in on me and see through my abilities and stab me. Like, I tried to go wolf and it failed. Like, everything went wrong. That was as planned as sneaking into someone's office to look at their shit could get, but things
Speaking
go
of that thing
south.
failing, let me see your wound. Make sure.
It's already healed.
There's no.
Let me see.
Take a
She's
look.
not a person. She's not a person. There could be all kinds of crap on it.
No, it's
I look
perfect.
at it.
It's perfectly healed. It's normal.
Perfectly healed. It's not like
I trust you. Go ahead. Like,
okay. Yeah, if it's healed, it is. I'm worried about her doing some weird poison shit that's going to come back to bite him in the ass.
I just don't want to ever come out from sneaking around again and find everybody gone. That was fucked up. We got to plan this shit better. You're right. So I'm with you.
Well, it's going to take a bit. We got the funding to get it now, but we can get actual communication devices that they can't find or follow anymore. It takes time. Everything takes time, and they want to do it faster than I can do it.
There's
Build
no
all
such
of it.
thing as a communication device that can't be traced or tracked. That's paper.
Yeah. Paper is the easy one because you can burn it. But there's only
Paper?
2 of them right there. Those can't be tracked constantly because they're not on constantly. They're burst transmitters. They're just really fucking expensive. And with all the security and crap they're pulling in, we need more of them. Everybody needs to have one. It takes freaking time because if I just order them, then, oh yeah, they show up and you can follow the tracking. I got to go to a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Get some 10-year-old stock that somebody's forgotten about. I know. Does the tricks.
But for now, I take you over to the table. It's like, here, take a look at this. I got to get a couple more of these. And I show you the table. And it's got some smoke grenades and some CS stuff. So we can clear out the normal people and deal with her once we figure out what she is and how to deal with her. It'll eliminate civilian casualties. They'll leave. They'll flee.
Obviously can't go back to that church again. But the rest of you, I can probably still get away with going a few times.
Well, who's been seen?
Oh, just me. I mean, the rest of the group have gone, but they went as normal people and didn't cause a fuss. Wow.
Walk back into the room.
Orion caused a little bit of a fuss.
He causes a fuss everywhere he goes, but it's usually fans.
But yeah, it was just his fans.
They either want to
Also-
compliment him on the piece or they want to jump on the piece.
I'm pretty sure Elwyn did mention to you that the lady knew his full name.
Wait, did he say that to me or to Cord?
No, I'm pretty sure he told Wildcord that information.
Yeah, but Wildcord's not passing that along because he hasn't thought of it.
That's what I was about to do. As I walked back in, as Wildcord's recounting that, and I also mentioned she somehow knows my full first name and last name.
So you've been burned by her completely. Okay. Orion's burned by everybody.
Oh, she knows who he is,
I'm clean. What do you mean?
I don't know that she knows what I am.
So
I don't know that she knows what I am.
He doesn't have an access problem like I do, but she has to travel between that church and her cabin.
Mm-hmm. Orion, we have to assume you're burned because you were on the video. And if she's in it with the logging company, everyone who's in it, we have to assume they know.
Can't we, like, set up a remote detonated bomb under that pathway and
not get caught?
well, yeah,
Just
blow her to the hell she belongs into?
Yeah, knowing our roles, we'll just blow her up or cause another 9/11.
we'll rupture a gas line and blow the whole freaking town to smithereens. Like,
We also probably need the information she has. Like, we need her books to figure out how to undo all the taint she's done.
Speaking of doing things,
last time we captured somebody, we did not take them to a secure location to interrogate them, and that was a mistake.
I mean, we tried to.
We did.
At
We
this
tried to,
cabin,
we were found really easily.
this cabin does not seem like a secure location to me. We need a bunker.
Speaking of logging companies,
Wait, don't we have like an entire island fortress?
We do.
Let's get a better boat so we can get there more easily.
yeah, we tried, but somebody chewed a woman to death.
I did not eat her. I did not.
I did
Oh, hi,
not.
Marsh.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Is the lake going to be just like Lake George?
Yes.
Is it going to freeze up?
It's gonna
so
freeze
boats-
up. Yep.
Okay. So we don't need a better boat. We need a different boat.
We need a snowmobile.
No, we need a fan boat because the edge of the lake won't freeze up until like February. Then we can use snowmobile. Lake George is too deep, so we need a fan boat so I can go water ice, water ice.
You're not from Northern Ontario, are you?
It's no, but Lake George is different.
He's from the area that we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm from near the lake, the actual lake. So we need it's weird because it'll freeze up eventually, but not fast enough to snowmobile it.
I'm just joking because if it's only about 50 meters of open water, you can do that on a snowmobile.
Oh no,
water, ice.
absolutely. You can skip it, but Lake George is, and it's also Blackwater Lake is bigger than Lake George. But
It's like a kilometer across. You're not doing that.
oh, it's more than that because he doubled the size of the freaking lake.
Yes.
Because Lake George is big. You might be able to snowmobile Lake George itself carefully, but I wouldn't try it. I would fuck that up and drown. But no, a fan boat would do nice.
Well, anyway, I was going to ask you to craft me a very large axe. That's what I was going to do.
Absolutely. And I look at you all, it's like, I understand my preparation may take a long time. I'm sorry. But we need more than just the one plan and then to rip people apart when it fails. And we got to stop leaving
again.
people in one place.
I scoff. Walk away.
Oren, I got a question for Oren. Does he cut wood?
Yeah.
Cuts wood? Alright. Just a question.
How much wood would a wood orin chuck if a wood orin could chuck wood?
Of course there's an axe. I can easily get you an axe. And my crafting is in woodworking. So I can make him a nice handle for his axe.
Do you use chainsaws?
I probably have a chainsaw around the house, yeah.
Okay. Alright, just checking.
You son of a bitch. Don't you dare.
Dare.
All right.
Dare to. What is he daring?
I'm not
I don't
doing
know. I'm
anything.
chump.
Keep role-playing. Keep role-playing, guys.
My cabin's about to be destroyed. That's what's about to happen.
I'm expecting a very phallic handle on Orion's axe.
No, he's asking questions about something bad. But I'll get him a freaking
Oh yeah, I see what's coming.
Yeah, you're horrible, Zed. I don't. It's mean.
So yeah, if you could make that axe as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'll find you a bitted axe. You want a single or a double?
Attack wise, it wouldn't make a difference, would it?
No, just for aesthetics.
Right. Yeah, we'll
You can
take
do a
two.
front swing and a back swing.
We'll take two. With like a little loop on the end, so I can carry them, or some sort of harness.
You don't want a full size axe, then? You want a short axe?
Yeah,
You want to hang from your belt?
two like hatchets, I think would do. Actually,
Hand axes.
yeah.
All right. As you were
Something I guess I want it easily concealable, huh?
as you're discussing the logistics of this axe, you begin hearing a scraping sound from outside. A loud scraping sound as someone's dragging something heavy across the frozen ground.
I go to the other thing and I turn on the camera.
Chainsaw spider.
Huh?
Turn on the camera. What do I see?
You turn out the camera. What you see on the camera is you see logs, wood that you've cut, trees uprooting themselves, dragging themselves across the ground, starting to gather form.
I say as soon as that happens, grab the red bag right there. Grab the M67 off the wall. Let's go. And I'm running upstairs.
I say forget custom. You got anything on hand?
Yeah, we're in the basement. There are toys. The red bag has explosives in it, and you just saw me grab a grenade launcher.
Right. I'm looking for an axe.
There's probably a wood chopping axe in the vicinity.
Perfect. I grab it.
It's probably alive.
It might be. We're in my house with all kinds of stuff. So, and
I grabbed the
there's
red bag. I've already made my dash up.
Yeah, we were in the basement there, storyteller. We got the toys down here.
That's fine. All right. So you hear this dragging from outside. You see it on the camera. You see the objects pulling themselves in different towards each other, conglomerating into a form, picking up into a form of a giant, almost spider-like shape. Your axe, your woodcutting axe from outside, has been claimed, and as part of the form. Your chainsaw has been claimed as one of the other arms, and it's lumbering towards your cabin, menacingly, as if it's going to start ripping it apart.
We fighting or are we running?
Wildcard grabs the van keys.
Already moving the vehicle. I've made my way up. I have the red bag. And I look on the wall and I see I have my crossbow leaning there with my quiver.
Okay.
I grab it. I arm myself. I open the bag and begin looking through it.
If it's the red bag, there's 4 thermite grenades inside the red bag, and they're not made yet, but there's a couple bricks of plastic and detonating cord.
I'm looking for adhesive. Tape.
There's definitely gonna be duct tape in the bag.
Okay, cool.
That's a given.
Okay, cool. I want to take the thermite that is in there and attach it to one of my bolts.
Okay, give me it.
When you pick up the can, the thermite grenade is about 7 pounds. They're not light.
Yeah.
X-nay on that decision and say that was a terrible idea. Instead, I look at the thermite in my hand and the bolt in the other hand, and I go, I don't even know what to do with this. And I throw the thermite back down into the red bag. I begin to load a bolt into the crossbow, and I notice Orin running up the stairs as well, along with Wildcord, and I throw the red bag over to him.
I'm running up past you. I don't care because I have a grenade launcher in my hand. That's more important than the red bag.
Wildcord?
Wildcard's running for the van.
You could grab the bag. Or I'll grab the fucking bag.
No one wants this bag.
I'm not touching the bag. I have no explosive skills. but I can drive.
I grab the bag and follow suit.
Yeah, I got 4 rounds. I'm gonna use those first. That's all I have. They're expensive.
All right. So are you leaving? Are you exiting the cabin? What's going on? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, I'm running
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
porch.
I asked this. Like, are we fighting or are we running?
I'm not running. I'm getting a weapon that happens to be a van.
Okay.
That's my house. I'm taking this thing down, and as soon as I do that, you see me break the action on this thing and load a 40mm grenade into it and snap it back.
Okay, give me a composure. Okay, who's attacking and how are they attacking? We're gonna start from the top.
Sounds like Pete.
Pete's attacking. Toasty, you're driving in. You're running to the car.
I'm gonna get the van. I'm gonna ram the spider of the van.
All right. So yep.
Not the fucking van.
All right.
That's what I
know.
was like.
This
He's
goddamn
van.
Nerdwire, you.
Is a weapon.
Nerdwire, what are you doing?
I have loaded 3 bolts onto the crossbow, and I ripped the sleeve off my shirt.
Okay.
Have wrapped it around the bolts and set them on fire.
Oh, okay. Haggard, Orion.
I asked Oren exactly how this thermite works.
It's the same cans as last time. You pull it and you throw it. But remember, they're heavy. You were the one that lit it on fire last time. They're just really heavy grenades.
Nothing's heavy for Haggard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Except
They're
my
just,
penis.
they're just they're heavy.
Okay, Wildwood. What's Song of Ashes doing?
I'm still spazzing about that green fairy.
Yeah. He's like, fuck, man, I don't know.
He's
You're muted.
You're muted.
Song of Ashes. Sorry, it's been crazy over here. Song of Ashes is grabbing his guitar. Song of Ashes is going with good old Plan A. I'm gonna see if I can get these guys to get me into the Umbra, and I'm gonna shred this fucker on the other side. We're gonna end this.
Well, you know that if he's on this side, he's not on the other side. It's one or the other side.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. They can't occupy 2 spaces. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be gearing up for combat as well. Looting through the bag for some of the grenades and pouting about the seeing Wild Cord running for the van.
Yeah,
that being said,
4.
that being said, I'm not using the bag. I'm going to be leaping towards the monster to physically tear it apart.
All right, are you going to shift to Krynos?
Yeah. Careful on the fucking grenades there for a second, buddy.
That means we've only got the one. That means I'm going to shoot it once before you get there, and that's it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I'll wait for you to shoot before I leap. But yeah, so I guess my first action will be to try to transform into Krynos.
All right, so give
rage check.
2 rage checks.
2 rage checks.
2 rage checks. You should be at rage 3. You are fine.
Nice.
He shifts to Krynos. Pete, okay, Oren, take your shot. Composer plus firearms.
Is it firearms or explosives? Because it's grenade launcher.
Composer plus firearms.
Okay. Come on now.
Oh no!
It
I'm probably
backfires,
dead.
He explodes.
I'm probably dead.
Goodbye,
me.
Hold on, let me explain. He shoves the grenade into the breech and he pulls the breech up, not realizing that he slightly bends it. As he pulls it up, he pulls the trigger and nothing happens. It doesn't rotate enough to blow up. But nothing happens. You've managed to break your M79.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to get back. I look at it and I'm like, well, shit. And I huck it as far as I can past it, like away from everything, because I know eventually she's going to pop.
Eventually she's going to pop. Yep.
Whip it into the woods.
All right. Okay.
I look at this and laugh and leap towards the creature.
All right. So while you're in mid leap, Elwood Bell, are you firing your?
I am. I'm taking my first shot. I want to use my sharpened senses though before I take that shot. Is there any place that seems vulnerable on this creature?
Well, it's made of wood.
Beyond the wood, is there an extremely dry spot of wood, or is it wet wood because those trees came uprooted and now it's live wood?
He's played too much Contra. He's looking for the red ball.
Give me the red ball.
There is no red ball. It's actually a lot of it's covered in snow.
Okay. Well, that's going to be a problem. I ripped up my shirt for nothing. So I go ahead. Does this creature have eyes?
It has 8 red eyes.
Okay. I want to take a
Measure
shot
red
at its
balls.
eye. I want to take a shot at its eye.
All
One
right.
of the 8.
That's going to be a -2 because you're making a called shot. So -2 dice to your dice pool.
Okay. And which 2 do I need to be rolling with? Then?
Composure plus firearms.
Okay.
You rolled a
One
one
success.
success. It tries to dodge. It would have a dice pool of 6 to dodge, -1 because Haggard's going to be jumping on him. So 5. Nope, he managed to dodge out of the way as a flaming crossbow bolt flies toward him. All right, Haggard, you're attacking, so roll your strength plus brawl plus 4. Yeah, strength. No, you're using the axe, right?
It's gonna be the same either way. If it's brawl swapped with melee, it's 4 for both.
Or are you going to use razor claws?
Oh, good point. I could also use raging strike. Again, bonus dice equal to glory on a brawl attack. So I'm not using the axe. I thought you said the axe was taken away from me.
No, the axe, that axe.
No, just his axe.
just his axe. Yep.
Is it ultimately going to make a difference whether or not I'm attacking this thing with a fucking axe?
Not really, because it's trying to hit you.
Okay.
It's hitting you at the same time.
So no axe.
Okay, so roll your.
So I'm gonna raging strike. So I will gain bonus dice equal to glory, which is 3. So
Can
it
you
would
hit
be
all 8 of its eyes.
4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3.
Yep.
Okay, so 15. 3 rage.
Can you not take half at that point?
All right, it's gonna.
I don't know.
It's gonna put all its striking into you, to try to counteract what you're doing to it. So you have 15. How many dice do you have?
Yeah, so it'll be 15.
All right.
Oh shit!
My God.
Could you take half and take 7?
Oh my God.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes. Versus.
It's a tie.
It's a tie. You take 3 damage, half down to 2. He takes 4, half down to 2. So you both take 2 damage.
Also, I gain 4 for shifting, right?
Yes.
So plus 4 minus 2. All right.
All right. Who's next? Oh, you're trying to hit him. You're running to the car, Wild Court.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit him with the car.
All right. So it takes you the full turn to get into the car. All right, Wildwood, what are you doing?
Well, I'm holding off on any throwing of the thermite for right now because Orion is in melee range with this thing.
You got it. Dustwalker. We're top next round. What are you doing, Dustwalker?
It's big. How big is it?
It's bus sized.
Bus sized? Oh,
Yeah.
screw this. Freaking song. Give me that thing. I grab the grenade out of your hand, and I'm changing to Galabra, and I'm running at it with the grenade in my hand. I'm gonna stuff this in a crack, and then let it rip.
Okay.
I'm not gonna throw it because he's in melee with it, but I'm gonna roast one of these legs off or something.
All right, give me Death Athletics versus its Brawl. It's Dodge.
Okay, well I gotta see if I can change.
Yep, so roll your... You can change, yep.
All right, so you need athletics, and then is it melee or just a brawl?
Dex Athletics.
Oh, Dex athletics.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. How many do I get for being Galab +2?
many did you get? 1, 2,
Four.
3, 4.
Mm.
Oh, so
Really?
Yep, it dodges really well with a critical success and moves out of the way. All right, Nerdwire. No, actually, Haggard, you're up close to it. What do you do?
I'm gonna attack it again.
All right, it's going to split its dice pool to attack both you and Orin Dustwalker. So
Okay. Can I use Raging Strike again, or is that limited?
no, you can use it
think
again. I think you just have to
I'll
make
use-
another rage check.
Do I have to make a rage check?
I think you have to make a rage check for Raging Strike.
I don't know. We didn't last time, did we?
No, we didn't. I'm thinking I did it wrong. Raging Strike. Gifts.
That's fine.
I'm just checking.
Said with coffee cup in hand while Diner burns down around him. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We're all gonna die.
Yep.
Morwen's gonna
Yep,
come back
one
and be
rage
like,
check.
"What happened to all these bodies?"
Yep, you got to use a rage check.
Okay, then. Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
All right, so the first he's gonna go against you.
Do I just roll one dice?
Yeah, one dice. All right, so you lose a rage. That's all that happens.
Okay.
If you get hit by it, you'll probably gain more. All right, so now roll your attack. Save 15 dice pool that you were at before.
Holy mother.
What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
9.
9 successes. 1.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ah.
So you did 9 plus 3. 9 plus 3 is 12. So you just did 6 damage to this thing. As you tear one of its legs off completely with your
Did it
claws.
force him to attack him, or does he still swing at me too?
He still swings at both of you. That's why that's what the 6 dice are for. You're gonna roll your Dex plus Athletics -1.
Both of us, or just me?
Just him.
Do I get the plus from being in Galabra or no?
You get +2 for being in Glabro.
Okay, so I get 5 on this. You said -1, right?
-1, yep. I got 4, you got 4. All right. So you take 2 damage, cut in half, it's 1. You take 1 damage as the axe bites into your shoulder. All right. Wild cord.
All right, so I assume since aiming a gun is firearms plus composure, aiming a car is driving plus composure.
Is composure plus drive. Yes, it is, sir.
All right, good. Well, I have 3 composure and 1 drive, so I get a whole 4 dice, like always.
Don't forget your rage dice.
I have a whole 1 rage.
All right, I gotta see if he dodges. He's down to 4 dice for this. Oh, well, I'll roll 3 more. Two successes. He managed to move out of the way as you come swiping by with the vehicle, almost hitting Haggard and Pete and Repeat. Almost.
I'm at least going to distract it.
Exactly. Nerdwire, what are you doing? You have 2 more shots on the thing in your crossbow.
I'm going to go ahead and attempt to take another shot at the eyes. I know that was what did I roll earlier?
A -2.
4 die.
Yep. And yeah, yep.
Okay. Oops.
Three successes. Nice. It's down to 3 dice to try to block, to try to dodge. So let's see.
Can I ask a question before I forget?
Go for it. Oh, so you hit
Dang
it.
it.
You do a damage.
Seeing
Yes.
as how we're fighting a spider and there are multiple legs, could I use Spirit of the Fray?
No. It has to be
Single target, multiple legs.
Yeah, it has to be multiple
I
opponents.
tried.
That's JRPG rules right there.
Yeah, it would be multiple targets in like planetary.
Yeah, JRPG, you just strike, hit in the middle of nothing, and it does damage.
Okay. All right, so back to the top of the turn. This time it's not going to split its attack. It's just going to swing at Haggard, at Orion Long with its claw. It's actually going to try to grapple you. It's going to try to pick you up with its chainsaw arm.
Okay, grapple.
Yep, and you're going to try to attack it, I take it?
Would it be better for me to try to block than attack at the same time, or does it kind of...
Well, not for you necessarily, because you have such a high dice pool.
Okay.
I mean, it could go go poorly for you, but the chances of it going poorly for you are pretty slim, it looks
I'll
like.
do Raging Strike again, so I'll do another rage check.
Yep.
Am I rolling 2 again?
Just one.
Just one.
Yep. You lost the
Okay.
rage.
Lose another one. Okay.
All right.
And then 15.
God.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. You got 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 plus 3. Takes 6 damage. Cut in half to 3. As the chainsaw comes whipping across around you, grabbing you around the body and slicing into you. Next turn, it'll start doing aggravated damage to you. If you don't get free from the grappling. You might want to do some healing next turn, too.
Yep.
Okay, Pete, you just saw Orion just get grappled up by the spider.
If he's holding that arm, I'm going to try to stuff the thermite in that shoulder joint to burn that arm off.
All right, dexterity plus athletics. Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
Awesome. Well, I'm fighting it, so this isn't bad. I'm attacking it.
This isn't
That's
bad.
a
You're
good
right.
time
This
for
is a
rage.
good time for rage when using a grenade. All right, you slam that grenade into the joints, and you push it a little too far, but it's fine. Nothing bad happens. The thing blows. Boom! Doing how much? Okay, you got. What did you get? Well, let me see if it's. Hold on. How many successes did you get? 1, 2. You got 3 successes. I think. Hold on. I can't. Hold on. Yeah, you got 3 successes. Because that counts as 2 and then 1. Okay, so he's got to roll. Let's see if you actually get it in there, though. I got to roll 4 more dice. No. No.
I push it through, and it comes out the other side.
But you do not dislocate the arm. All right, Ellen Bell.
I am. I turn and I look at Ashes and I'm like, Ashes, we need whatever you got out here. What are you prepping? And then, as I've said that, I turn back and take my final shot with my crossbow. Again, at the eyes.
Okay.
I've taken out one. And mind you, these bolts are on fire. Are the eyes also wood?
Yes.
Does that fire spread?
No, it does not spread. You just.
Daggone it, why did I even tear up my shirt? What's the point? I have one sleeve!
You
I
did.
really liked this shirt.
It's not on fire, but you have done aggravated damage to it.
Okay.
All right.
Let me go ahead and do my roll again. And God,
I'm not even going to bother rolling.
Wow.
I miss.
You missed by a long shot. And the flaming bolt soars over Orion's head. Song of Ashes, what are you doing now?
Something.
I'm gonna go into Galabro, and I'm going in.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go for a leg. Inspired by seeing Orion tear off a leg with the single first attack, I realized that I can do something here. I'm gonna go in.
All right, give me a rage check to shift to Glabro.
Okay.
And the spider said,
And that's just one rage die.
One rage dice, yep. All right, you do not lose rage. You shifted to Glabro. I want you to give me, if you're going to attack, if you're going to brawl it, I want you to give me a strength plus brawl. +2 because you're in Glabro.
Okay.
That is 4 successes, is it? No, it's 3 successes.
3.
And I got 3 as well. So you do manage. We do tie. So you do manage to do 1 damage to the lumber spider.
Nice.
All right, Toasty, you coming back around for another pass?
I'm going to get out of the van and go Glabro.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to do my rage check here for that.
Bro, you couldn't even fight a nun.
All right, I got a success.
Leave him alone, Orion.
All right, strength plus brawl.
All right, that's 3 plus. What the hell did I put in brawl? I think it's 1. Yep.
+2.
Woo-hoo.
+2 for being in Glabro.
That looks good.
That's pretty good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes
Yes.
versus 1. So you got 3. So you
Hell
hit,
yeah.
you hit it. You do 4 damage to it.
Nice.
As you punch with your bare Glabro fist into the wooden leg, bam, and it actually causes it to shatter and splinter a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Kung
6, 7,
Fu.
8, 9, 10, 11. All right, you guys are doing some quick work to this thing. Haggard, you're grappled. Do you want to try to escape that grapple, or do you want to fight it?
What's the easiest option?
The easiest is to probably actually, Haggard, you get rage. You should get rage because you took some damage.
Okay.
What's your...
I've taken damage twice.
Yes, so you should. Well, you only take it for. You only get rage for 1.
Okay, so I'm back to 2.
You're back to 2. Yep.
Okay. And then you were saying
You want to
this is
heal.
probably easier.
You want to heal.
Okay.
So make 2 rage
Which is-
checks.
Okay.
All right, you lose 1 rage, but you heal 2 wounds. All right,
Okay.
Haggard gets a rage. Added rage to Haggard from your brother. He loves you.
Shit. Fuck yeah.
He loves you. All right, are you going to attack the arm?
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's we'll do another raging strike.
All right, so give me a rage check. All right, you keep your rage.
Fuck yeah.
So it's going to try to hurt you in the grapple using its full dice pool. So you use your full dice pool of 15 versus its 13.
God. The
That
dice
roll's so
table
loud.
wants to kill the table.
All right, I got
it's
3
over.
successes.
Oh, all right.
1,
It's
2,
over.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus, okay, so plus 3 plus 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 cut in half is rounded up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you've done half. All right, you guys are well on the way to destroying this thing. As you rip the arm that's holding you, you grab it with your claws and you yank it down, freeing yourself, ripping it free from its body, and it becomes inanimate lumber again. And you fall to the ground. Pete, you're there. What are you gonna do? You still got the grenade in your
chainsaw?
hand.
I
Chainsaw
thought
is
I
on the
pushed
ground. Chainsaw's on
I
the
thought I
ground.
pushed the grenade through it when I screwed up and like dropped it on the ground.
No,
it
you
went like,
you dropped the grenade on
through.
the ground. The grenade's on the ground.
okay, I'm gonna drop down, pick up the chainsaw as a melee weapon, and use that because I suck at brawling.
All right, strength plus melee.
That's what I'm gonna do. So that's gonna be a much better pool, but I'll probably break my own damn chainsaw, knowing my luck. But here we go.
As a note, the van is still on, and it's playing the demo tape from Song of Ashes at max volume.
Nice.
Playing Ride Like the Wind by Crisscross.
I grab the chainsaw and I like shove it into one of the legs.
All right,
Hey,
and you do a damage to it, which turns it into an ag damage because it's already full on. It's already full on damage, complete damage from that. All right, Elwin Bell, you have no bolts. What are you doing?
I have no. I have tossed the crossbow to the ground, and I want to shift into Hispo.
You want to shift into Hispo? Give me a rage check.
2 dice.
1 dice to Hispo.
Oh, right.
Oh, great. He's gonna gum something again.
You lose a rage, but you turn into Hispo.
It's fine.
Are you gonna bite You gonna bite the lumber spike? I take it.
Yep. I want to. Can I go jump onto where its eyes are? I'm still going for these eyes. These eyes are going to be gone. I'm going for where these eyes are.
out. Get him.
All right, strength plus brawl -2.
Ellen has like an oral fixation that he needs to fucking
Plus
work out.
+2. You get +2 for being in Hispo.
The eyes, boo! Go for the eyes!
1 die.
I don't have any. I have 1 strength and no brawl, and you gave me a +2, but I was -1, so I only have 1 die.
Yep. So you leap and you miss. You leap forward and miss. Song of Ashes. You're in Glabro. What are you gonna do?
I'm not made for this.
I'm gonna
Just pray
make
for us,
another
bro.
swipe for another one of its legs that are still intact, so you can try to kill this thing's mobility.
Go
It's
for it.
fine, guys. I got this.
And then that was strength and brawl,
Strength and brawl. Yes, sir.
and
+2.
then +2.
Yep.
Okay.
Like scratch some bark on it. And that's all I did. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, you did some damage. I was gonna say I haven't done all of the damage to this fucking thing. So
Compared to you, I scratched some bark, sir. Like,
One success. All right, it moves out of the way as you swing at it. Now it's Wildcord's turn.
Well, Wildcord's just gonna roll the same thing as last time.
All right.
Dice. Which is, I guess, 6, but one of them is a rage dice.
I hope at this point, at least, it thinks that other things are trying to attack it. And
Oh,
spreads its focus
that's a
elsewhere.
good fucking roll.
That's a good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Versus 2. Okay. So you do 2 more damage to it, which turns it into ag. All right. At this point, that's turn 3. Actually, turn 4. We're going to narrate it at this point. Orion, while no longer grappled, leaps up and rips out the remaining eyes.
Ha!
with
Those fucking eyes, yes.
with his claws as he just pulls them from his body. Everyone dogpiles the beast, remembering that it's not actually dead.
Right.
As you destroy it, as you destroy its construct body, it crumbles to the ground.
Song of Ashes is waiting.
What are you gonna do?
I think at this
Let's
point,
get me inside the Umbra. It's time to end this thing.
Let's rip open a door.
can we open the door right now?
You can attempt to.
What do you need?
please don't fuck this up.
What do we need to open the
Battle
door?
passage. We can pop this open right here, right now.
Let's do it.
First thing I want to do, because I need to be able to see. I'm not doing this again. Turning on the senses. I'll pop the willpower to do that.
On the other side, you see a lumbering, crab-shaped creature.
Anything
Dahlgren.
else
No, nothing else.
is alone. All right. So write a shadow passage, which takes 182. Doesn't give me time.
Right, Shadow Passage, I don't think it is... 182.
It doesn't give us a time.
No,
Just briefly opens the portal.
go ahead, open it. You're doing it in less than the optimal circumstances, though, so a -1 to your dice pool.
What's your dice pool?
But everyone else can help with the ritual, though. They just give you a rage dice.
I get 6. To pop it open.
You can take half.
Oh. Doink.
All right, so he does this ritual. He opens up the gauntlet and it opens up a passage. Is everyone going through?
Yep.
Yep. Let's get it.
Absolutely.
Beforehand, I'd like to try to heal.
All right, give me 2 rage checks.
Fuck yeah.
All right, you keep your rage and you heal 2 health levels.
There was the last time I looked near here, it was very calm and there wasn't really any objects around.
Nope, it's just still large trees. When you guys when you cross over, you no longer see the cabin. The cabin is not there. It is just massive trees, some as wide as 100 feet wide.
As I'm running in, I grab Orin. You haven't changed yet, right? You haven't shifted.
No, I'm Galabro. Yeah.
That's totally fine. I grab Orin with my giant jaws, and
Oh my
I
god, he's
toss him
putting his
onto my
mouth
back,
on him again.
and I toss him on my back, and I am his mount.
Well, I'm
We
looking
race in.
as soon as we cross the threshold. I'm looking for a log that I can use as a bat or something on that side that can be used as a melee weapon.
I say, if you wanted to be ridden, I'm right here.
I'm good.
You're too big. I can't carry you.
Honestly, Oren, you asked for a motherfucker to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Rip a leg off it and beat it with it.
Yeah, once we get in there, we can do that. But we gotta beat it. If I see one, I see one. If not, it's cloth. Let's go.
All right, so you rush in, or I need to actually give me 1 second, guys. I need to use latrine. 1 moment.
Yeah, me as well. Perfect.
Perfect timing. Everybody run pee.
Dude, that argument we had in the cabin was so good.
Oh, dude, it was. I hated it.
Yeah.
In character, I hated it, but
Yep.
it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like the push and shove was freaking wonderful.
It was good. I had a good time.
I'm hoping there's something on the ground because my brawl is horrible. My melee is pretty good. I just need to pick up a bat and start
Oh,
swinging.
you saw mine. Mine was. I have no melee. I have no brawl. I have no athletics. I have 1 strength. Like I am a smooth talker, but that's pretty much it.
I've been working on getting the melee up because I want to be able to use the knife, which you guys haven't seen yet, out of character. I have one in the safe house. It was gifted to me, but I can't use it. That's why I've been training with the melee. Like it's a character development. I'm learning how to use the knife. I want the knife.
I just wanted
I
the
think
eyes.
other people went to the latrine as well.
Thank you,
Everybody's
chat.
running to pee. Ghosty said he'll be right back.
Yeah, we're just talking
Dude, that
the argument in the
was
cabin.
wonderful. I love that. That was great.
All right, or Ryan, you don't need to make a rage check for frenzy because you killed the thing. All right, you all rush. You run into the umbra. Massive trees, high trees, very high trees. I mean, trees as high as you can see. But in this clearing that you see a giant crab-like creature, a dull mottled gray. It recognizes you immediately as you come in and begins charging towards you. Ryan, you go first.
leap.
You leap.
I leap towards one of its claws.
All right. And what are you doing to its claws?
Soaking it in butter.
Yeah, eventually. I guess I'm gonna try to grapple the crab, the giant crab.
All right. So you do
Actually, no. You know, I'm better off just like attacking it with my claws. I'm gonna do another raging strike.
All right.
That's the best option.
And it's gonna try to
It's
it's gonna try to pluck you out of the sky.
Okay.
Now you do if you don't use your claws and you use your bite, you get less dice to do it, but you do aggravated damage.
Okay. And what would my attack be there?
It'd be a +1 to your attack, not a +3.
Okay, we'll do that then.
All right.
You get 11 dice instead of 13.
Right.
You can still do Raging
And-
Strike.
Okay. So
You make your rage
plus
check.
14. Right. Rage check. Are you gonna roll? It just started shaking and it's doing nothing. Hold on, let me try it again.
Oh wait, don't do that move. Yep, don't do that move. Stop it, chat. Don't clip that.
Cannot read properties of undefined reading message. Hold on, let me refresh, I guess. Did the dice sight go down? Because it's not. Somebody else try to roll something.
I see you rolling.
I see.
Oh no,
It's trying to roll. It's trying to roll.
mine's doing a shaky shake, and that's it.
Oh.
There they go.
It rolled. I had to refresh it while it was shaking.
Mine is not like it. I just saw Toasty's roll, but it's still
It's
like
kind of latent.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
still
all
refreshing.
messed up.
and it's not
You
even
have a lot more
showing.
die. You have a lot more die. Oh, this page isn't working.
No,
Nope,
the page
nope.
went down. Oh, it's back.
You killed
It
it,
keep-
Haggy.
it-
You had too
it
many
keep-
die.
It keeps coming back and then not working again.
I'm noticing the same thing. Oh, that's not cool. That sucks. All right, so we can narrate this out.
Oh man.
Haggy leaps forward. Orion leaps forward with his claws out. Bite first. Mouth first. Wrenches into the beast. Pulls one of its pincers right off its body. Who's next? Man, I wish the dice
I'm-
worked.
Shooting
Right.
past. I'm trying
I'll
to
keep
find
trying
a
that.
log that's swingable, and I want to use it like a claw cracker on its legs. I want to take this thing to the ground.
He has mentioned that. Can I use my sharpened senses to help him find that and run by it because he's riding me?
Ew. What are you trying to do?
Did she say
I
you?
want to find a swingable log.
He wants to find a swingable log. He is riding me. Stop it. he is. Yeah, I am. I am
He is
mounted by
riding me.
him. And
Oh yeah.
can I use my sharpened senses to run him by a suitable weapon of what he wants?
Yes.
He's already told me he wants that. Do I see anything nearby to run him by that?
Sure. Yeah, it's easy.
Okay.
It's like I only want you.
So, or
And I'm
you,
looking
you
for a
use-
leg, one of those knee joints on the crab, and I'm gonna smash the hell out of it on the way by.
We should be back up on the dice.
Okay, let's give it a roll then. I got a. That counts as a melee weapon, I assume.
Yes, it counts as a melee weapon.
Smashy, smashy.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
that's a critical success.
All right, so I got to see how I do against it. So how many did you get? So you got critical success. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. You got 7 successes.
With a log baseball bat. Let's go.
I got 0.
Cool.
All right, so you do 7 plus 1. You do 7 damage to it.
Hell yeah.
All right, 8 damage. I'm sorry, 8 damage. All right, 1, 2, 3. So the thing takes a huge hit and knocks the other claw right off it. All right, Wildwood. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pull out my guitar.
You can't. You couldn't bring your.
No guitar. You got to sing this
No guitar?
acapella.
No
All right,
guitar.
here it goes. Here it is. It's to Pretender. If you guys know that one. That. Fades of despair, your shadow fades. Wings of Gaia cut at you like blades. Chains of ruin will break your fall. Bane of wrath will end it all. Ashes rise, your power dies under Luna's watchful skies. Gaia's breath, the cleansing fane. Bane of ruin, be gone in shame. Shadows tremble, your grip decays. Song of ruin will end your evil ways. No more sorrow, no more fear. Will send you screaming far from here. Ashes rise, your power fades under Luna's watchful skies. We ripped out your fucking eyes.
All right, give me a.
That was fucking great.
Give me a persuasion. I mean, a manipulation plus performance test.
And give him a bonus dice because Wildcord is specifically a backup singer on his character sheet.
All right, let's see how you do.
Oh, come on. Oh,
I Can't really see. I gotta wait for the.
Five.
It's five?
Successes.
5 successes. Awesome. All right. So this is gonna be versus his power. So okay.
Yes.
2. All right. So you did 5. So your song rocks it hard. It says at the vibrational frequency and realizes that it's too much for it, and it crumbles in on itself because if you filled it up with once you did 1, 2, 3, it begins to crumble in on itself. Not completely dead, but it takes a lot of damage as it begins falling apart. All right, wild cord helped. So, all right, Elwyn Bell, you helped Orin Dustwalker. We're back to the top. Orion Long, what do you do?
All right, I am holding the giant claw arm that I just ripped off, and I'm going to use it to try to take out the rest of the crab.
Do it.
All right, roll it.
Riot cheers.
Can I raging strike with a melee weapon?
No, you cannot.
No.
Strength.
That's fine.
Strength.
That's fine.
Strength.
Strength plus melee.
Yep, +4.
+4. And so we're back to 12.
Oh, brutal failure. Nice. That actually helps in this case because it counts as 2 extra successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So it tries to dodge you. Oh, actually, it tries to attack you. What's left of its attacks. You got 6 successes. It got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
God.
6, 7. All right. So it actually it manages to get its mouth around your arm and bites into your elbow as you try swinging its claw at it. You're taking 2 damage. Rounded down.
Youch.
Dustwalker.
So he's got the claw, like, try to jam it into this thing's face. He's got it bit. I'm going to take that log and split his shell down the middle.
All right, go for it.
I'm going to have my dice shake constantly. Son of a gun.
It was working fine. I don't know what to tell you.
The log isn't working fine, but you got 2 successes. Okay.
It's just refreshed, and that's what it ends up with. But
I'm in shaking mode right now.
Oh wait, they went. You got 3 successes.
3 successes, yep. All right, so it dodges you. All right, wild cord. Song of Ashes. Actually, you're up next. Song of Ashes. What are you doing? You gonna sing some more?
Yes, I'm gonna lean in and just go, bitch.
And I said,
And I said, bitch.
All right. Okay. Manipulation plus performance.
Alright, it's the same roll as before. Gotcha, I can re-roll right. Where is that at?
Oh, what's up, guys? Thanks for the raid.
Hey, welcome in. I got shout out. Oh no, somebody else did already.
All right. So how many successes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You sing bitch at it with 8 successes. Jesus Christ.
"Oh man, sometimes you don't even say."
2, 3, 4, 5. And it actually crumbles in on itself, dying.
oh my!
Dying as you yell bitch at it. It begins to crumble on itself, falling apart. What's the word I'm looking for?
Discombobulated.
Discombobulating in front of you as it dies, and it's no longer part. It will be replaced by another. Those of you with the occult knowledge will know it will be replaced by another Dratasi spirit in time. Just because this one is dead doesn't mean it's gone forever. In time, another one will replace it, but you defeated this one.
But it'll take a while.
It will take a while, yes.
Good.
I do a backflip and flex.
Now that we know this one's not coming back, I take the wooden bat thing. I know I can't take it out of the Umbra, and I like stick it into the ground vertically so it stays here.
Okay.
And then I walk back towards where we made the tear, so we can make a new tear and get back to the house.
All right.
I shift out of Krenos back to Hamid. Because it's been a while.
Good call.
And then follow suit.
All right. So you guys leave the Umbra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, you took out the lumber spider. How does that
That's
make
not how
you?
my vision went. It's not how my vision went.
That is not
at the
how your vision
beginning.
went.
But that's what we were hoping for. This has been a very successful session,
Yep.
even with Wildcord fucking up.
You say successful fight. I look around at my house and my home. I'm like, I don't know if this was successful. There's a giant crater in the ground over here. There's all my
Yo,
shit's
Loki.
broken over there.
It's just dirt. It's just dirt.
What's up, Loki? Welcome, everybody. Sorry about that. You caught me, my throat caught.
We're just wrapping up here almost.
We will be wrapping up here in 20 minutes. We'll be finished. All right.
Beat the fuck out of that spider.
You did.
You wrecked that.
Is this,
thing.
are we in Rite of Celebration territory?
We are in Rite of Celebration territory.
You got another song for us?
And let's get I do not have another song prepared. This one's just gonna have to be a role played, Rite of
This is what
Celebration.
these songs sounded like.
To be fair,
Music.
on the EP I made with Suno, there is a Rite of Celebration song, so I guess it does exist.
Hell yeah.
And then Wildcord can join me too, right? For some jam sesh.
No, because the Rite of Celebration is a rite.
Oh, okay.
Everyone,
I figured they actually had performance.
everyone can join you, but you get a rage
sweet.
dot. But everyone adds a rage dot.
Oh,
A
okay,
rage
Lord.
dice. Tabletop stuff's going really good, Logan.
Okay, honor and performance.
Nailed it.
This isn't the best song in the world. This is just a tribute.
You guys don't need to roll it. Just tell him how many people are helping him out.
If we're partying, I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
guys all jamming, everybody?
All right.
So I had a rage dice per person.
Yep. So
to
add
join?
4 extra rage dice to your dice pool.
This jam sesh is about to happen here. Let's do it.
Critical failure.
Oh God.
Oh shit! That is a critical. That is a.
Of course it is.
But there was so much success, and then a whole lot of it.
I see your dice pool. I'm like, we didn't need
That
that,
is an
much.
insane
Up.
amount of successes too. That's true.
That
Yeah,
is.
nice.
How do you critically
Proud of
fail
the
at
successes.
celebrating?
I'm
I
Mount
guess the
Nerdwire.
cops show
I
up.
think
That's where
I don't know.
that
Those
happens.
dice always mean bad in
What?
certain contexts too. I guess we'll find out.
Wait. I'm Mount Elwyn Bell. Sorry.
I was like, hold on. I don't need Hag Daddy on my back.
I mean, that's the thing. I figured adding. Is it necessarily bad? Because I was adding rage dice to add people. Like it seems like they would be helping me, but
All right, nothing happened. Well, roll it again without the help, because I think I feel like I goaded you into that.
yeah. Why would I add them as rage dice? Just out of curiosity.
Because that's how you do it. If someone doesn't know the right and they help
Doesn't
you,
know how to do it. Oh, so like just a bunch of bad singers like jamming up my song.
It's like karaoke in Singapore. Like, we got a
I
little too
almost
tipsy.
prefer that. You guys just ruin it. We'll grab some beers.
Our celebration was so bad. Everyone
you
started
can try
crying.
again, but don't
Okay,
do it
yeah.
Without-
I'm gonna give it another rip.
without the
I'm gonna
extra
see what
4
my
dice.
dice is without them. Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, guys, I got this.
Because that was a shit ton of successes.
That was hilarious.
It better be the same amount of successes.
Nope.
It's still pretty good.
close.
It's still pretty good. All right, the right can be formed only after the package achieves victory. It can be attempted only once per story to allow the pack to restore willpower above and beyond the norm. The right master decides how many levels of the willpower damage. How many do you want to restore? Say 3.
3.
All right. This difficulty is equal to this number. If successful, each member of the pack restores the designated number of superficial willpower damage. So everyone gets 3 willpower back. We didn't spend any willpower, but you guys get 3 willpower back.
I'm very
I
well
spent
powered.
willpower. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I spent 3 willpower this game.
Well, you're feeling good then. You're feeling
Yeah,
real
I
good.
am. I'm back to normal.
I spent 2 willpower, so I feel charged up.
All right.
Yeah,
didn't
I'm charged at
spend any.
least. I'm back up.
All right, so let's call this for an evening, gameplay wise. I want to go around the circle, talk to everybody, talk to me. I want to hear what you liked, what you didn't like, what your favorite part of the game was, what your favorite RP moment was, and who, if anyone, you would give an extra XP to tonight. We're gonna start with Wildwood tonight.
You're on mute.
Oh, I toggled from unmuted to muted. So yeah, tonight, the events and like the way that the church played out, especially Elwyn set it up really, really cool. And then we got that awesome description outside when Orin hit his prenuptial senses. And then we went inside and did it inside as well. And you gave like a wildly dope description of the worm and the way it's taking over this church that like added super lore to this whole thing. Like it all felt way more real. And then you were like, oh, you can't see this chick because like what you just see is this like intense singular point that all this like dark energy and everything is just happening at. Was really cool. I liked that whole setup. And yeah, Elwyn's weirdly to be like something off stream, but if I had to like give an experience point to something, it would be the way Elwyn set up the whole like church thing and the interaction with the lady, and then that just building on how you described the whole thing as the storyteller. Super badass.
Cool. Nerdwire.
Okay, so first things first, you asked what favorite interaction was, right?
Yep.
And I think just the way that, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but we got deep into this with myself and Orion and Orin with the argument, and the way that Toasty was kind of chiming in the cabin argument scene. That was role played so well.
Yeah, that
to
was
the point
amazing.
where once we broke away from that, I was like, by the way, Pete, I love you. I want to make it clear because it was role played really, really well. I really love that interaction.
That was good.
Probably one of my favorite things that happened here, though, and again, I know it's a failure, but it leads to so much cool stuff, was the interaction between Sister Bill and Wildcord when he literally, like, this was my jaw drop moment when he just goes, I'm one of the guru that you're talking about. And I was like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? But it was such good drama that I thought was very necessary. And I'm gonna say that that my recommended experience point goes to Wildcord, so that way he can get his athletics or brawl or whatever up.
Toasty.
So the two scenes I really enjoyed was the argument between Nerdware and Pete and Repeat's characters. That was really intense and well played. Like, you guys act top notch. I'm a little frustrated because I got a little petulant, but I'll do better next time. There was another really good scene, but it's now slipped my mind. Oh yeah, give Song of Ashes an XP for singing that song in full.
Yes, that song was so rad.
Yep.
I was working that one up. You mentioned it early enough in the stream. I was like, shit, if I get working on it, I can get something going here.
All right, Pete.
Having Nerdwire bring that argument, like, I was expecting a little bit, but he brought it and we were able to do that. That was fun. That was really freaking fun. And I'm glad he did it. And then Haggard just throws in a little bit, pokes, goes away, stirred the pot, just the right amount of stir. That was really fun. And it was a great freaking argument. Oh my God. That was amazing. For RP, that was freaking wonderful. And I want to split him. I don't know if I can split him because he brought the great argument, but that song was amazing. I can't.
No. Go
Holy
ahead
crap.
and split them because I wanted to do the same thing, so they each get a point from each of
Yes,
us.
I want to split him. That was amazing because he brought. If he didn't bring that, I would have been like, okay, I was here to watch all night and I did a little stuff, but he brought it, so I got to do some great shit. That was fun. That was great. And your description of the inside and the outside of that, the taint of the worm, that was amazing, sir. That was fucking great.
Haggard.
Blue's his house with a blue little window on the inside and outside. Everything is blue.
Yeah, no, I'd just be repeating myself. But for one, yeah, the sermon just in general was great. I like how you added that whole thing. Obviously, the argument between everyone and Wildwood's song. Also, I have to say, I would be hesitant, not to say that obviously the thing I really enjoyed most, especially about the last session, was the fighting at the end, because that's the first real combat that we had experienced. And then you wonder going into tonight whether there's going to be any combat whatsoever, because obviously my character is a fucking powerhouse, and I get to contribute that way, and it's really fun seeing whether or not I epically wreck something or just fucking fail. Especially with these dice, man. They really aren't doing some of you some favors. I just happen to have a high dice pool when it comes to what I'm doing.
The cursed dice.
Yeah, they're rough. But yeah, I really enjoyed the combat tonight as well. So props to the storyteller.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
GG.
My turn. All right. What I didn't like first is I had a brain fart. I know everyone's going to say don't worry about it, but it lasted for like a minute and a half. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, you fucking suck. What the hell,
Yeah.
bro?
Yeah, man. You screwed a minute out of 4 hours. Like,
God, just looking down.
I was just like, what is going on? I was like, my whole body like shut down for like a minute. It was like it was just pure weed, and I couldn't think of what to do.
You got as high as Haggie's dice pool was tonight.
My favorite part,
Pretty high
though,
myself, so
I got high at the giraffe pussy.
my favorite part tonight was there's so many. The argument was it was so uncomfortable as a storyteller to watch, because I've seen games where arguments like that happen in character and they spill out.
and they continue, yeah,
And they
for sure.
I've seen that before, and I didn't expect it from you guys, obviously. But there's always, after having seen it happen, you're just like, oh my god, is this it? But no, you guys did such a great job with it, and you were so mature. But I expect that from older people anyway. We're not kids, but you guys did such a great job. You acted it out so well. I loved stabbing Toasty with a switch.
God.
Okay, it's not really a nun.
Psychopath.
It's not a nun. It's a female. It's just a woman pastor.
Yeah, so,
But it's
That's the
Catholic
storyteller's combat right there.
So for
Zed got to
clarity-
stab someone in game.
Clarity on this church. This church is a Protestant church. Like it's not a Catholic church. Although it does operate very, very Catholically. I imagine you've had a Catholic background, Zed, in some regard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. for
So
sure.
There are
I am
Protestant
going to
churches
say
that
this
are
is
straight up like Catholic. The
this is a
Anglican.
step
Episcopalian,
from
man.
that,
Catholic
and
light.
we're going to say it's Methodist. It's a Methodist church because they are one step away from Catholicism. I grew up
No.
in a Methodist church.
Episcopalian is Catholic light. Everything except the Pope.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's the verdict
Okay.
light.
Then we can do that. Episcopalian, that works too.
No,
When I moved down south, I went to some Baptist church, and that's some crazy stuff. Tell you what.
all right. So those are some favorite. I like doing the sermons. I like doing stuff like that, and just getting here and doing this stuff for you guys is a lot of fun. Who would I give XP tonight to? Definitely for the singing. That was out of control. Definitely.
Thank you.
Nerdwire and Oren, I'd have to split between you guys. Toast. I'm going to give everyone an extra XP and go ahead and give you guys 6 XP tonight anyway.
Nice.
No, I'm going to give you 10 XP plus 1, so 11 XP. Well, I'm not going to keep front loading you guys. This is probably about the end of the front loading for now, because I don't want to get us too powerful. I don't want to get us too crazy. Tonight was wild. Tonight actually was kind of tame in a lot of ways. It didn't get wild until the stabbing happened. And then there
You
was.
can't have chaos without a chaos monkey.
You need a chaos monkey.
Dude, the stabbing was, yeah.
It was the trigger point for everything bad that happened afterwards.
No, the trigger point was I'm one of the guru you're looking for.
Yes.
That was the trigger point.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker!
I was hoping that would scare her.
It
didn't. It did not.
He was prepared.
She came at me.
She did.
Yeah, that lady isn't playing around.
Haven't you noticed, like, all the women in the Chronicles so far are girl bosses? You got Mother Winterfang, Sister Beale. Everyone's
They
a girl
really
boss.
You know, out of the game,
Strong female
I think the
antagonist.
real boss is going to be this Maria chick that we don't know shit about. She's the one in charge.
She said,
She said, bitch. All right, so let's see. Who's on? Who can we raid tonight? Who's available?
I know Atari Beer Pong is celebrating his 4-year anniversary.
Oh snap!
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
we should
Yeah,
definitely
let's
go see
hang out
it.
with Atari. He's a good guy.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. We're going to do, we now have, just in the future, we now have enough players that we will be running a werewolf game, a vampire game on Mondays. Monday
Who's your
nights.
third?
My third is retired 11 Bravo.
Oh, good.
Fellow streamer. He paints Warhammer miniatures. It'll be Bishop.
Yeah, he's cool. We've rated him a
Yep.
few times from
It'll
your
be-
channel for sure.
it'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Bishop, Keyword Xavier, and retired
Sick.
11 Bravo.
Bishopson, nice. And
Yep.
yeah, keyword, of course. Yep.
Yep. So
Sick.
we'll be running that game on Monday nights. We're going to be doing our first session, our session 0 on January 30th, December 30th. Yeah, that's right. December 30th. It's this month. Yes, we'll be doing it. Fuck you, marijuana. We'll be doing that, and so there'll be a slight schedule change. I probably will, if I'm going to be doing a stream at night, I won't be doing a Monday morning stream. So the Monday morning stream will become a Monday night stream.
Wuss.
We're going to keep the Wednesday morning stream, and we're going to keep the Friday stream for downtime actions. So my Wednesday stream is really going to become my retro stream. That and Thursday nights.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? I still
I
have.
believe you.
All lies.
I still
We're
have.
gonna play 30 minutes of a retro game and be like, screw it, I'm opening up the book.
I still have Thursday nights. I still have,
I'm actually going to be out of Thursday nights for a couple of weeks in the new year. I'll be working like a 3 to 11 p.m. shift.
Oh no! Shit! Dang. Was
Dang.
that Borderlands?
Yeah,
that's
Borderlands.
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 Borderlands. That's right.
guess
We do
I'm-
have Tindy wanting to join on a more full-time time for that game anyway.
We got to get
so.
her into that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get us over to Terry Beer Pong so we don't miss his celebration. Everybody, I'm gonna do, because this is back. Frosty Tools is back. They're no longer banned. All
I
right.
can't believe I broke my grenade launcher the first time I used
The
it.
first time we talked about this,
Yeah, we said it was gonna happen.
we said it was gonna
Oh my
happen. He broke it in the
You
first.
cursed
I
it.
have
You
one?
cursed it.
Yeah, you can have one. You only get a couple of rounds for it, but it's gonna break. Son of a bitch! It broke the first freaking.
First fucking time. Jesus Christ, Haggard.
Look at all those dice actually rolling.
All right, so here we go. Off to Atari Beer Pong, everybody. Thank you for stopping in today. I hope to see you soon. Let's give him all the love. Give him a big reach around, some nice back shots. Give it everything. All right,
Okay, and a double fist bump.
and a double fist bump for the Eiffel Tower,
does.
everybody.
He does need that double fist bump.
Well, Eiffel Towering, yeah.
All right, that was great,
Good
guys.
night.